Welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. We are the Role Seekers, and who you see at this table is all there is. So we are doing this 100%, just the six of us and our audio technician, Darrell Ritchea, music. So we had some audio issues. We've actually gone through 3 different audio interfaces. We've bought 3 different ones, and I think we got it now. So here we go, everybody. Welcome to Role Seekers. My name is Dustin Ritchea, and I am your humble dungeon master, both your greatest, your best friend, and your greatest enemy. Surrounding me at this table are our intrepid adventurers. Let me introduce them. Jamie Spiegel, my sister. Calvin and Eli Carden, their brothers. Zachary Eugene Gibson, and my lovely wife, Allison Ritchea. Together, we are going to embark on a magical journey through the world of Nibel. This is a world that I have been writing since I was in 5th grade, and I am incredibly excited to share this with you. While we are playing unofficially Dungeons & Dragons, we have a lot of homebrew rules, including epic feats, plot points, and something new that the players don't even know about tonight. Ooh. So very exciting. We'll go through all of these in a little bit, but we hope that you will join us on this journey as we try to tell legendary tales with eucatastrophe, to coin a Tolkien term. We have reached out to the gaming community, and they have shown us an incredible amount of support. And I do want, before we get started, to read some of these names because they've given us a lot of support. They've really shown us some love. So I want to thank Belinda with Floursack Cuties on Etsy for allowing us to use Jojo Domino. We want to thank Webkinz Stuffed Animals by Ganz for allowing us to use the infamous Kevin Caterpillar. I get to play some Dungeons and Dragons. So you'll see him too much. We'd like to thank Dwarven Forge for allowing us to use Dwarven Forge. And also some miniatures we've reached out to. Hero Forge, Reaper Minis, Warmachine and Hordes from Privateer Press, Paizo Minis at paizo.com, and Dark Sword Miniatures. We'd also like to thank our huge contributors, Marcia, Ritchie, and Richard Carr, as well as our audio consultant, Darrell Ritchea Music. And finally, we'd like to thank Fei Young Liu for drawing some of the most amazing drawings that you'll see here in just a moment. All right, everybody, let's meet the Role Seekers.
In the darkness lies the light of the gods, whose death is marked by a towered tomb, for which they built in sacrifice to save our world from doom. A nameless god on an empty throne now peers through shadowed glass, his will to see all things unmade, for darkness's rule at last, and all shall be forgotten.
Clara is from the town of Ilden, but she does not know her origin story. On a stormy night some years ago, Clara was left on the doorstep of Mayor Keelix's home. She was left with only a flower ring, a small crystal amulet, and a note with her name written on it. Keelix, having no idea who this baby was or why she was left at his doorstep, was hesitant to keep the child. However, Clara's cleaning and timid nature made Keelix's life much easier. The child was treated kindly, but she always wanted to have a connection with the parents she never met. Being left a flower ring, Clara came up with the ideas about her parents' loving nature. She vowed to take care of all things nature in hopes to bring her closer to her lost family. As Clara grew older, her studies expanded and her personality grew. She read about the nature god Yevros and imagined her parents following under him. She devoted herself to him and prayed for answers about her family. When a group of random strangers was brought to Ilden, Clara was immediately drawn in by them. That, and because the bakery the group was given was owned by Keelix and she was to clean it. As time passed, she decided to join her newfound friends on their travels. Soon, after the adventures began, Clara began possessing these magical powers that seemed to be derived from within her soul. She is continuing to learn how to control her magic throughout the group's journey.
A strong mind and just as strong heart. Born to the city of Quar, educated and trained at the military academy, Montague Dalathine believed there was something more than fighting for the army. One day, being inspired by a mage from Terrafon, sparked Montague's thirst for adventure and knowledge. With the ideals to protect all people, Montague set out gathering all he could about the arcane to merge with magic itself. A way to defend those who cannot protect themselves, but not forgetting what he learned at the academy. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. A flame burns in his mind, a thirst for knowledge, a passion for protection, and the rebirth of a new man. Joining the Order of Astarius, Montague found a road to his ultimate goal, but through the powers that be and fate itself, the road had been blocked. Fleeing and gathering strength with the other acolytes in Ilden, Montague found a new path, one more treacherous than the last. With his newfound strength and his comrades, Montague sees that to protect the people of Trevia is through wit and action.
It's taken Lexi Mox some time to find her tribe, but believes she is in the right place at the right time. Traveling the land in search of a purpose, she has partnered with various groups. From intrepid bands of robbers to the elite who run the lands, she has blended in with the crowds and joined the ranks in order to expose corruption. Her tactics usually include bribery or the occasional illusion spell. Her affinity for magic was encouraged by a previous master in the arts of magic, the unnamed wizard, who she was fortunate enough to have trained under for just a short time before his mysterious disappearance. This traumatic departure, along with the loss of her family at an early age, has been the catalyst for her adventures. Lexi has recently been visited by a familiar voice, which has started taking the shape of a sprite. This figure was an imaginary friend she created at an early age to use as a crutch in desperate times. Is this figure real? Is Lexi going insane? We only hope it's not both.
David Jones, the protector of the Land of Heart, friend of any good man with good actions, and a true warrior with a sword and shield. David became the man he is today due to years on the farm and training on it with enough people to spar with. David started his journey of becoming a protector when an attack of bears and hunters killed many on the farm. That event led David to train just in case it happened again. After many years, David left the farm to seek adventure. However, when he left, he was told by his father that he could never come back to the farm, for he was now an outcast. Many months had passed before David met the Bakers and decided to return back to the farm. When the group arrived, they found the farm had been burned to the ground. David used this opportunity to prove his bravery and protection skills by going into the cellar where his gut told him his family would be, opening the door to find his family awaiting their death. David got his family out and brought them to safety. Looking eagerly upon them, he gave his family a hug and was part of their life once more.
Lyra Bessel grew up as an outlier in her small hometown. Born to an elven mother and a human father, she was the first and only half-elf to study at the temples of Rentus. Her mother, Yessaria, was a priestess of the golden dragon god Azeron and an ambassador for her people. She met a human soldier, Andraean, who was also one of Azeron's gifted servants. Lyra, like her parents, has been gifted with the golden magic of the dragon god, and she has made a vow to use her abilities to uphold Azeron's ideals. Lyra learned how to combine her magical abilities with her skills of sword and shield. She was told she was the chosen one to bring the light of Azeron to the goddess Astaria. So she ventured out to the Middle Kingdom, not knowing when she would return. Lyra's goals and knowledge about the world have changed drastically since leaving home. As she continues her adventure, she feels a light inside of her grow, and she knows she will control her fate.
Fei Young Lu, right? Those drawings. All right. All right, everyone. So before we jump into tonight's game, we do have a recap for everyone here. And actually, the players have not seen this recap. It actually brings some stuff back. So if we'll have a little discussion afterwards. Before we jump into this, I do want to give everyone some knowledge about some of our special rules. Epic feats. Once per level, every player is given an epic feat. An epic feat allows them to succeed in anything without having to roll, except for in combat. So they can't use it to attack something, but they can use it to do something in combat. But this allows them to be heroes, to be epic. To use the epic feat, however, they must do something epic. And if it's way too epic or impossible, we can call shenanigans. Every 4 levels, the players are granted a plot point. The plot point is the player's ability to interact with the world, to change something, perhaps who owns an item, or the name of a character, or the lineage of a god. Something really, really interesting. However, the plot point cannot directly increase their power or their abilities. It must interact with the story in some way. Because they have stood with me in my stress and craziness for the past 6 months, even if you have a plot point, gain another one. If you do not have a plot point, you just have 1 plot point.
I've been robbed.
Everyone gets a plot point. And finally,
I would like to use my.
yeah, I'm sure you will tonight. I'm sure you will.
Every game.
And
really.
finally, I give you once every 10 levels, Fated Strike.
This is new.
This is new.
This is new.
Fated Strike. Fated. F-A-T-E-D. Fated Strike. When you crit, you may do maximum damage times 1.5.
Sneak attack.
In order for this to work, you must hit. So you cannot use it on Fireball. But if you hit
Hold on.
and you crit, maximum damage.
Fated
can't
Strike
use it.
is when you crit. Is this every time you crit?
No,
Just
you get
one
to use
time.
it
Once every
one
10
time.
Let's say
One
every
hypothetically,
10.
I roll all 6s.
No,
So you roll max times
1.5.
Thank you.
Get
Max
used to that.
damage, 1.5. This is your chance to change the fates of something you are attacking.
Thank you.
Fated Strike. All right. So, in this world of Nibel, it is unfinished, and the gods are dead. They have been for a very long time. And yet, sometimes, prayers are answered. In the world of Nibel, belief is stronger than reality. You are joining our campaign as the heroes are at level 8. They have beaten curses and taken on kingdoms, inspiring people. They owned a bakery for a while. We'll get into it. And they have saved the first prophet of Histarius, the god S of fate. Here is a small recap of what's happened in our story.
It all began a long time ago with a brother and a sister. I was there when Emperor Aldarium Titus brought down Helvetia and broke the Carinver under the might of his iron, when he on the backs of slaves and prisoners raised the towers of Terraphon over the Middle Kingdom and took dominion over all that his spires cast their shadows upon. A myth more than a man, I saw Titans break against his will. The Circle of Nine brought low and dispersed under his banner. No one stood against Titus, save one. The first prophet of Histarius and the scepter of the goddess herself. No one knows for sure what happened, but in an instant, the God King was gone, and in his absence came war. His empire was split among his 2 children, Varasha and Paltis, as different as the moons of Nibel, one a pale shadow, the other a bright and shining star. The eldest, Paltis, took Terraphon and armed himself with the will to rule, while Varasha went north to the prefecture of Trevian and founded the kingdom of Gerunduk under the cover of the forest. She was my calling, and I her guardian. I should have known the treachery of Paltis would know no end. I was there when Darius cut Cecil down from the Nas Silva tree, her neck broken from the betrayal of her uncle. I was there when Varasha wailed out at the sight of her dead child, while Darius could do nothing but weave strange magics from his wretched book. I was there when Varasha rode deep into the forest to strike a bargain with the Balayar, cursing us all. And I was there when we buried Varasha alive, screaming in the bowels of her castle, her wretched form grasping the remains of her blood-soaked child with its starry eyes. And I was forsaken for having watched. For nearly 100 years I stood vigil as Varasha's curse changed the Middle Kingdom. I watched as those I loved forgot Gerunduk ever existed. I watched as Paltis shrank back into obscurity as Terafon forgot its king. And I watched as the curse took child after child with its hunger, until I could watch no more. After Darius's death, the scepter of Astarias was lost, and the longer I watched the curse crawl its way across the land, the more I knew that the Council of Nine was not the true enemy. I realized that Titus had taken power from something vile, and whatever it was hungry for more. In an effort to end the curse under the guise of a captain of Terafon, I gathered a band of rangers and headed back to the Forsaken Keep. But it was too late. Something darker had taken hold of my heart, and the monster lurking beyond the stars and the night and the darkness had its way with me. I betrayed my men, but to my surprise, they saw through me and took my head from my shoulders. Believing they had ended the curse, the two who survived left Gerunduk and headed to the sea. But I was not so lucky as to die. I returned from the void, whole, truly lost. A prisoner in my own body, I headed back to Terafon, this time as a general. I hear that Darius was successful with his spells, that he has found heroes who have truly ended the curse of the Trevian forest. But it matters not. There are far worse things in the dark. Whatever happens now, whatever darkness has taken me, know that I will always believe in you, Varasha. I pray that you will believe in me as well. Yours forever, General Gushwin Malix.
Okay.
Welcome back!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a big reveal.
So, okay.
Okay, that's like noteworthy.
Plot point. No,
Oh, that was awesome.
We'll have access to that later, right?
Yeah, just like everybody else.
Okay. Well, that's, oh, yeah, duh.
You can
Next-
watch it next Saturday when we post
Next
it on
Saturday
YouTube.
we'll post it on YouTube. And so, good point though. We do stream. We're going to stream the first and third Saturday of every month. So,
And then
all
we will
right.
post on YouTube.
And then we'll post on YouTube on the off weeks. So,
I don't think our followers know how big of a reveal that was.
find out.
it was awesome though.
Yeah.
Oh
Doesn't
my
matter.
gosh.
So we played a
Could've
game a
been
while
bigger.
ago.
like 4 years ago.
4.5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I played a ranger.
And
You
I
were-
played a
We were a
ranger.
ranger. There were 5 of us.
Yeah,
Those 5 rangers were in that.
with
That-
Captain Gushwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been playing this game with
For about
the
2 years.
evil
It'll be 2 years in
Malix.
February.
Yeah.
With
who-
General
General
Malix.
Gushwin Malix.
And they
yeah,
just
but
figured
we
out that
never
the two
knew
are.
that Gushwin was Malix.
one
Like,
and the
that's
same.
never been the same person.
Oh my gosh, 4 years.
I started like 2 years ago.
So
Yeah, you didn't play that game.
I wasn't there either. But
That
I
game
was
wasn't
close
even in.
All right, everybody. So, that's a big reveal. And so we'll get to it. The players now know. We'll see if their characters figure it out. Get some different juicy knowledge.
juicy.
Juicy knowledge. Last time on Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabel, our heroes found themselves in a dream, or perhaps a vision. They're not quite sure. They went to the lighthouse of the Silent Law. They were told that in order to enter, they would have to pay a great price. Montague would have to pay 2 prices. The price would come at an unknown time and could not be avoided by any means. Montague would also have to man the lighthouse once his adventures came to a close. When they entered the lighthouse, each of them found themselves remembering past events. Or so they think. Perhaps some of them do not want to believe that they are real. They saw their pasts. David on his farm. He learned that General Malix gave him his shield. Montague learned that the dark wizard Elgrix may have betrayed him. Clara learned that perhaps her mother and father did not abandon her, but merely tried to protect her with the powers of the forest. Lyra learned that she was the chosen of Azaram, the dragon of the dawn, and was sent to Terraphon to bring his word to the people. And Lexi Mox learned that a sprite came to her aid as Elgrix killed her people. At the end of this dream, they thought that they had escaped. They thought that they had entered into the true library of the lighthouse. However, they were surrounded by a dark, starry void. They saw Elgrix, who could see them even in the void. And he said, "You will never escape." As the darkness swirled around them, Montague pulled out Darius's cookbook/spellbook. And as each of them grabbed onto it, light surrounded them and forced them out of this nightmarish hellscape. Or so they thought. In fact, they went deeper, Inception style, into the dream. They saw Mal-El, who slowly morphed and tried to trick them. But they saw through it and began to fight him, as around them reality began to crack apart, and underneath them a dark void swirled as tentacles from nowhere came out and began to rip this false library apart. Again, they looked to the cookbook. A single beam of light came down, and each of them grabbed it, not just calling on the power of Darius, but believing in themselves, believing that they truly were the heroes to end whatever darkness the Star-Touched were bringing, to save Cecil, Terraphon, the Middle Kingdom, and the Trevian Forest. As they grabbed the cookbook, around them the entire world began to collapse into darkness, but they themselves stayed hovered above it. And our game came to a close. Music. Please. As the darkness swirls around the fated, you begin to hover off the ground. Light pours over you. You see a brief glimpse of the Trash King and feel like you go on a side adventure, but you're not sure. Slowly, the darkness begins to simply fall away. And almost like you're slungshot, you find yourself being ripped forward, out, up. But you feel changed. You saw something in the darkness, something in the void, something that looked back at you. And you know that it wasn't a vision, for it has forever changed you. As reality and the void collapse around you, you hear what sounds like the shattering of glass. It is a horrible, crackled scream as it just explodes. Each of you, the cookbook flying into the air as you hit a hard ground. It looks as though through the door frame you walked and have now been blown back, and you see what looks to be an incredibly ornate, unbelievably ornate mirror frame. Across the ground, black glass is scattered. Perception checks. Please roll high.
22.
23.
That might do it.
Nope. 3. I rolled a 15, but my perception is +4, so 19.
22 and 23 will get it.
A 3 doesn't?
No, it doesn't. Very quickly, almost in an instant, and it's gone. You see what looks like in the dark, shadowed glass. A green eye staring back at you before it simply fades away. Seeing it, however, the others feel it. You know that whatever you saw in the void, you cannot forget it. And you also know that you should have never remembered it. As you look out at the tower, the lighthouse, it is completely broken. You see what looks as though a tower that has been decrepit for over 100 years, moss growing through all of its cracks. And sitting at the back, you see Mal-El slowly lurch forward. But you notice the dust is beginning to fall from cracks that are drawing themselves on his face. He looks at you. I am sorry. I did not know the price would be paid so soon. As he lifts his head, you see him begin to blow away into dust as something like a soul exits and enters into you, Montague. You feel no different, but the rest of you look at the tower and realize, almost intrinsically, deep within your soul, that this is the way it truly looks. The way it has always looked. As though you now see with different eyes.
End of game.
What do you do?
Is everything around us still the same? The forest?
Do we see the soul go? So we see all of that happen.
Is there a cloth or bone, or it just...
He just like... It looks as though he should have died so long ago. You see what he is wearing just kind of fall to the ground as though the knowledge that you have gained, it's almost as though he can finally just let it go.
Are you okay?
I don't feel any different. I don't
Do you have to stay here at the lighthouse now?
believe so.
Are you, like, bound to it? Because I don't think he could leave.
Yeah, he just went in you. Like the dust. Like, you're sure you're good?
Yes.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Now?
Sure.
I don't know.
18. So I'm like just like feeling you and trying to figure out like, yeah, you look okay, but something's got to be wrong.
He doesn't seem, he seems medically healthy.
I don't know how you can be healthy after that. That was not natural. And you say me killing the fish was not natural. This is not natural.
Is that Trash King?
Trash King, a small green goblin with bags all over him, vomits all over the floor. David Jones, dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. Oh, gosh.
That's probably pretty good. That was a 14.
14 will get it. He almost vomits on you, but you move away.
That's nasty.
Are you grossed out or do you not feel well? Or
What the hell was that?
what part?
Yeah, did you see all of that?
All the crystals.
So that was his dream.
It was
I
his
don't-
nightmare.
You guys remember it?
Dream.
You were all there.
Were we there?
You were all there. I saw you. We were going through a cave, and I said, look, over there, and I was the hero, and I fought the vampire.
Oh.
Do we remember that?
I mean, if you want to. It's up to you.
I-
His lucid dream is his own.
Okay, Trash King. I was getting accepted.
Roger, the skinny, squalded little soldier, night guard who is now a day guard, he lies unconscious.
I'm gonna try to whiz him up.
Sure.
Medicine, right? Ooh, that was pretty good.
Would you roll natural?
17.
Yeah, that'll do.
18.
So you walk on down and you shake him, and he just, oh my, I had the strangest dream. You were all there.
Yeah.
Did I knock my head when I entered the door?
Probably. Yeah, you fell over.
How are his eyes?
They seem normal.
Does he look
He looks
stronger?
around.
Oh,
This
right.
is a pretty nice place.
Sure is.
Do you see any of the moss?
No. He walks over and picks up a piece of dust. Look at this book.
Okay, so...
Trash King, do you see that book?
Yeah?
Okay.
So looks like it's not in the right place.
Because he was like,
Bookkeeper, the
He was a
bookkeeper.
bookkeeper, a
At
very
one point.
bad
He
one.
was a scribe.
was
A book stacker, we can
Yeah,
say.
He was a slave who was working as a book stacker who was terrible.
But not like sideways stacking. We're talking like
No, he would just find empty places and put
to
books.
stack. Okay,
Yeah.
he's not good at this.
Yeah.
No one knows the Trash King's true name, if he has one.
We have joked about it. I mean, us four, but
So, guys, I don't think they're seeing this for what it really is.
yeah.
It's 4, we're not. I mean, I think we are, but
Did anyone else see the figure in the mirror? Or the
the
eye?
green,
The
yeah,
green.
The what?
there was like a flash of
Yeah, no, I felt something looking.
No,
The more you mention it, the more sick you feel, as though your energy is being sapped from you.
Clara. I don't really want to talk about it.
What do we do now? Wait,
You actually, as you mention it, you notice one of the bricks in the tower just vanishes.
okay.
Are we
Montague-
inside the lighthouse right now, or are we?
You are in the ruins of the lighthouse.
Montague.
Although Roger seems to be enjoying he walks over and sits and literally falls to the ground, but he looks like he's sitting in a chair, but he's on the ground.
That is the best thing for him.
Maybe he goes back
let
to the
him
night
float.
guard.
He is flipping through dust, just
Making a mess.
Cobwebs. Okay.
looks like he's reading.
Montague,
Okay.
do you feel a sense of your weird web magic here?
Can you use Arcana to sense that?
Sure.
Ooh, that's gonna be real good. That's a 27.
All right, so you try to sense knowledge arcana, and what you know is that if it is magic, you have no concept of what it is. It is beyond your comprehension.
So I noticed the wizard sort of like
Contemplating.
thinking, and I'm gonna ask.
Montague, so what is it?
The best you can come up with is that it is divine in some nature, but it has a horrible taint.
Montague, you look concerned.
I don't know. This is nothing I've ever sensed. I can't describe it, but it's divine.
Oh.
Somehow divine.
Oh, maybe Azeron is bringing his magic here to help us.
Not even your crazy dragon god would create this much
Oh,
just energy.
It is twilight.
it must.
It is not
Oh,
his
yeah, it must-
strongest time.
It
He
is
would
dark.
never-
It is dark out.
It is getting dark.
It's getting dark.
So wait, is your god like good with divine energies?
Yeah, but very, very good divine energy. And if he thinks it's bad, and he doesn't respect my god at all, so
I see.
I'm gonna try to look for like some kind of
God.
hatch thing or
An axe?
a hack.
A hatch.
Hatch. Yeah.
Please, let's investigate. You may use investigation or perception, your choice.
We'll use perception.
12.
So you look around, and what you see is what you get. So you look, you detect nothing out of the ordinary other than the fact that you are literally walking around ruins, and mere minutes ago it was not. Although you're not 100% sure how much time has passed.
So we came here to try to learn more about the Star Touch to help Cecil, and I feel like the only thing we found out is that she definitely is Star Touched, and I don't feel like we're going to be going back to Gerunduk with any helpful information to help her.
What was the one key feature in all of the dreams?
Elric's.
So I think we have to find Eldrix to learn anything. Or he is the
He
source
seems
of
to
it.
find us, but we've not been able to even get close to.
The Trash King hearing
Damaging
this
him.
spits.
Like in disgust.
Because that.
Because he just threw up.
He was in with
Do you remember
the tower he was in. Was
What?
Oh, he was-
that name?
Yes, I remember that name.
Can you tell us anything about what you remember about him?
I think he was old. I think he wore a dark robe with feathers on the collar.
Yes.
Crow feathers.
Yeah.
I've never told anyone this before, but he gave me a black necklace that was cursed. And I tried to pawn it off on several different people. including you when it was inert.
I remember that.
You have cut me to the wick. You have revealed one of my darkest secrets, one of 9.
Okay, 1 of 9.
1 of 9.
9 secrets from the trash can. Maybe we should go back to Gerunduk and let Rasha know what we did find out. Can you use your things yet? Can you use your weird hand runes yet?
Your magic hands.
I'm gonna try to use my magic hands.
Your magic hands.
My magic hands.
All right, let's go ahead and your fighters. Let's use intelligence to see if you can do this. 2. You cannot do this. So he begins to try to pull his arms together, Constantine style. Runes on his arms begin to glow, and nothing happens at all. He just kind of looks like a blood vessel starts to kind of.
Is this inside the base of the ruined
You guys are all in the base of this ruined castle.
Tower.
tower?
I'd like to look around to see if there's any surviving book.
Sure.
Any solid material.
Yeah, nice.
13.
So you begin to look not much better than David. So you kind of, let me see if there are any surviving books. And you look over at Mr. Roger, who seems to have a survived book, even though he's looking at dust. And unfortunately, it's not high enough.
Can I look to see if there's any type of glyph here, possibly from
Sure.
Hallel or Darius, that we could maybe get back?
No.
Do not speak its name, not the glymph.
Can I do perception?
Or investigation, your choice.
10.
I think that maybe you're just all caught off guard by the strange happenings of what's just happened, but your low rolls are not getting what you need.
Our new eyes are
Your,
adjusting.
your new eyes, yeah.
Looking at the dust that sort of is collected on the ground and the growth of the trees and vines
Mm-hmm.
within the stones.
Yeah.
Was the lighthouse painted white? Or I don't know why.
Yeah, it was just stone, like a gray.
Okay.
Was gray.
Was there any spackling or paint on it? Anything to help me identify the age of this ruin?
Not through paint.
Nobody here has
You could
history of
knowledge
stone.
nature if you'd like.
Sure. I'm gonna knowledge nature on the area around. I rolled a 10 and my nature is 4, so 14.
So there's new growth here. There's vines that have grown through cracks. They've pushed stone apart. You see a fledgling tree growing through the base. By the way that the ground is cracked up, you know well over 40 years. But it could be far, far older.
Clara, you've never been able to communicate with this type of stuff, have you?
I've tried before. I've been practicing communicating with plants.
Clara, look at these. Look at these. And I was showcasing the roots coming out in the small tree. Look at this tree.
What does this say? And the Trash King pulls out a pouch of raisins.
It says, "Eat me."
They're delicious! He walks away, and you know that he did not know they were raisins. He begins to eat them all.
Wonderful. I feel as if I had more time to prepare that spell, I would be able to talk with them. But
Yeah, you don't look good.
no, I am very beat up. I can locate a special plant. But I don't.
Maybe a plant that you takes a long time to grow. Maybe a plant that is because this stuff here looked at least 40 years old.
What are you just trying to figure out how old this lighthouse is?
Has time passed since the last time we were here?
Can I knowledge nature that?
I
Just
lied,
see,
I
like,
can't. My powers
Sure.
are very drained.
Nope, I got a 2. So that's
Not a 1.
So at his mention of this, it does
Oh,
actually...
it's a 7.
Thank you. Her mention of this, Lexi Mox. Catch me on it every time.
I will.
Every time. So Lexi Mox, she says this, and it actually freaks you out. So what if 40 years has passed?
Can I medicine myself to see if would we have aged or are we
Just by
worried?
looking at each other, you know you've not aged
we've
40
not
years.
aged.
I'd like to leave the White House. Just walk outside.
You just walk right out.
All right. the forest in the area that we were in, does it, remembering back, does it, oh, that's not good.
You did walk outside.
I did walk outside.
Oh, 2 rolls. Great.
Montague,
4 damage.
from?
You take 4 damage.
Can I negate that damage in any way? Do I know where the source is?
You do not know where the source is.
Can I use a reaction?
Do I see him walk out? Like,
What do you want to do?
what
I just
hurt
take
him?
4 damage.
You just take 4
I think
damage.
I
Yeah.
take 4
So,
damage.
all of a sudden, you see Montague walk out. He just like looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden, an arrow hits right into the side of his shoulder. Ugh!
I grab my shield and sword and run out there.
I'm gonna like roll out of the way and hide.
And I'm gonna run out there, shield out to try to like cover him.
I'd like to fall back inside the lighthouse.
Who is?
Probably the bandits.
You're back.
They did say they was gonna come back.
So, brilliant! All of a sudden,
Right.
you see, out of the shadows, a scarlet-looking woman. She's dressed incredibly fine. She has a nice collar up, and she has a hat, kind of like one of the pirate hats with a feather coming out. She looks with her crossbow drawn at you. I told you I would return.
Yes.
You think you can simply destroy my band of renegades without consequence?
Okay, here we go.
We are the flowers.
The flowers.
Yeah, mate. I don't. We just want to get to this that house.
What?
That was just me. I'm gonna walk out with my hands up. We just wanted to get to this
It's a lighthouse.
lighthouse. We did not want to fight your men.
This,
This has no effect on her. As two men approach out, and they kind of roll their eyes as she had announced the name so dramatically. And you can tell that there's definitely an internal dispute about what they should be called. And most likely also by the amount of grimace, how they're spelling it.
Claire, can you make them some flowers or something?
So one of them gentlemen, though, not dressed nearly as nice. This one looks really cutthroat. Like he's got like a hook arm, and he looks like he belongs on the seas. Huge muscles. He's wearing the very stereotypical like striped Shmee shirt, and he has an eye patch, and he looks completely out of place.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it black and white stripes or like black,
Blue, like a teal.
blue and white?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, like a
That's
bad
not-
gym lifeguard.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Nice.
don't want to cause any harm, and I'm gonna druid craft some flowers.
As a gift, an offering.
Here's an offering. Flowers for the flowers. We mean no harm.
All right. I like where you're going with this. Let's see how this plays out.
Has this flower, this leader of the flowers, have they noticed me trying to hide?
Have you come out of the lighthouse?
No.
If you're not come out of the lighthouse, go ahead and hide.
Yeah, I'm hidden.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
see if you're.
A net one.
Yeah. So no. so you guys, you just literally walked out. Hey guys, what's up? They know 100% where you're at.
Could be
So,
worse.
odds or evens?
Evens.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, I'm sorry that. Odds are. You said evens?
I did.
Let's see what you got here. Evens. So she looks.
I can make you different ones if you don't like these.
Can you make a red one?
Yes.
We have been looking for red flowers. I'm just not convinced this is our MO.
What would you like?
Money.
Oh,
Also, revenge for you killing my friend, Trolley.
Uh-oh.
Trolley would have killed us.
Trolley is misunderstood, like me. He looks ready to attack. The leader has already shot Montague, and she gingerly recocks her crossbow. She takes the red flowers and puts it in her petticoat.
We cannot undo the death of your friend, but we can provide you with 4 new friends, 5 new friends.
4.
7.
6.
Yeah.
What about Rogaire?
No, Montague won't be friends.
Oh, I'm hidden.
So the Trash King at this point walks out. What's going on?
Trash King, do you have money for this man to apologize for us killing his friend?
Oh, when we were coming up to the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think you'd be back. And in my defense, I kind of wanted your stuff.
Yeah, can you give it any... You have so much stuff.
Is this the consensus of the whole group?
Yeah.
Give him the black necklace.
All right. Hang on, let me see. He pulls out his sack and opens it. Do you want it to be high or low, guys?
Hi.
D100.
D100.
43.
Ooh.
All right. I think I got this. Rummage around. No, that's too valuable. Rummage around. Here we go. A bird skull. He hands it to the hook-armed man. All right. Got this for her.
I'm gonna prepare.
A glass flower for the lady.
No.
She grabs it. And some pocket sand! And he throws it in the third guy's eyes. So he will dex out of that. And he fails.
And he's like short.
So no, this is the third one. The third one's actually really tall and skinny.
Okay.
Oh, but the Trash King's super short. But he pocket sand. I mean, the guy was leaning down to get a gift. And pocket sand goes, just all over the guys. And then Trash King attempts some acrobatics.
Come on.
Nat 20.
Poorly. So he kind of like
Somersault.
falls on the ground and then rolls under the guy's leg, but hits the guy's leg, and the guy kind of stumbles and hits his knee and is like rubbing his eyes, and the situation is. So at this moment, like everyone's kind of taken aback. First off, that this little guy came out here, and second off, that he just threw sand at an armed soldier. Would any of you like to try to defuse the situation?
I'm getting a healing word on his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he just.
I'm very sorry.
All right, does he heal?
Yes, he does.
So it does not unblind him for the 6 seconds that he's blinded, but he does look more nourished.
So I have something I can offer you.
Hang 1 second though.
5 hit points.
So this happens, and the hook arm guy takes a step back. What was that?
That was his pocket sand. It's harmless.
No, what was it she just did?
Oh, so did you just heal?
Yes, I healed him so the sand wouldn't hurt.
Witch?
No.
She a witch?
No.
We do not like witches.
No, I.
We don't
No,
like
we
witches
only
either.
we don't either. We don't do any dark magic. We only do
Lies.
helpful,
You
wonderful
like,
magic.
You like flowers, right? So obviously you must love nature. You're bandits out in the woods, so you must appreciate nature, and it provides you.
We're not bandits, we're hunters.
Listen. What are
Sure,
you hunting
we're not
for?
into labels or anything.
What?
Are you hunting for food?
No.
Revenge. They already said revenge.
What if you?
A man witch.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Wait.
They're incredibly rare.
A man witch? Yeah.
What if we could offer you something
We've met.
magical that could help you on your journey?
On your journey to find this man witch.
Oh, I got this.
Of course not. We do not commune with magic users. Perhaps
I caught that.
you are a man witch. She looks at you, and
That's
you are
she's a
clearly
woman.
a woman. Oh,
Listen, what if we could put an enchantment on you to make it so you never had to eat again? And then you wouldn't have to spend money or time on food.
no. We'll just kill you and take your things.
No.
I'm inside.
Just shoot at you with your
Okay.
crazy high AC.
21.
She misses.
Yeah.
So just ting. Oh.
What about the flower of peace?
Why are we still talking with them?
Wait,
You just
wait,
saw
wait,
two
wait,
for people.
You kind of are a man witch.
we know the man witch. We saw him last in Terrafon.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
He couldn't drink boiling water.
No one could.
He couldn't.
Do you know anyone who knows his whereabouts?
I think he's in Terrafon.
Yeah.
Do you think he's still in Terrafon?
I don't know if he's still in Terrafon.
No, we will need some expert.
Do you know the man named Chucky E?
Oh, he's a
Chucky E.
he's a witch hunter.
He's a man witch.
You know the fabled Chucky E?
Yes.
Yeah, we've met him. He made them.
Where's Chucky E live?
Doran.
Warren.
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 Whoa!
Warren.
Could you
I don't know.
could you put it on this map? And with his
Yes.
hook hand, he rips the map slightly, but tries to hand it to you, who've been shot.
He's inside.
Do you still
He
have an
like
arrow
walked
in you?
back.
Is
Well,
there still an
obviously,
arrow?
he's sticking his head out, being like, "Yeah, we've seen him." So, can you tell you?
There.
So
Down
you
in
go
the
to
south.
point to the map, and you notice that it is not. It's not the Middle Kingdom at all.
Not the Middle Kingdom.
What is it? Can I try to figure out what the map is?
Yeah. Knowledge, history, knowledge. Yeah, knowledge, history.
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 Are we sure we want to do that?
I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna do. Yeah,
I have a map.
Religion.
I have a map.
Anything
You have a
else?
map of this land, so
I have a map of our land.
so you could compare.
I can
11.
compare. Just like put it on.
It's no place you've seen. Probably farther to the east.
I'd like to use my research.
Yeah.
Sir, Dwarren's not on this map.
What?
Hold on,
No,
I got it.
this is too far
I
east.
pull out my map, hold it up to the next map, and like use my researcher feat to investigate. And
There you go.
remember.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh! First one ever! First nat 20 ever.
First nat 20.
This kingdom, the map that he has is a map of an island. You recognize it as Helvetia to the north.
How detailed
Is
is
it even where we are? I shall.
No, not at all.
Like
They
this
have
map-
they have long gone from where their map shows.
I want to peek over. How detailed is it?
It's pretty detailed. Well, except for it's been ripped several times.
Like, if I take out my journal, I want to try to sketch it.
So let's go ahead and do a wisdom.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Straight
try.
wisdom.
Do you have something you'd like to use?
Well, I'm just really good with wisdom, like will saving.
So, wisdom.
Six.
Yeah, you got cocky. You do not believe by glancing at it you'd be able to remember it.
Sir, where do you think you are?
Oh, well, me and me crew, we traveled east, and then we got caught in a storm. The next thing we knew, we hit land, and then we've been traveling for about 3 days. So, I don't know.
Yes, this map is of Helvetia, right? Helvetia, yes.
Yeah, that's where we're from.
Would I know how far it is from?
It's about a 4-day boat ride north from wherever the coast is.
Is that where we ran into the two?
They were not quite in Helvetia, but you did run into people in the middle of the sea.
The brother and
Is that
sister?
where we met Karen? Karan?
The
fish guy.
The fish guy, yes.
The
Yes.
whale,
Met
the whale
fish guy.
mouth
Yes.
man.
So you guys met the
The
two
land.
surviving
Sea whale.
rangers
The
Naya
in the middle of the
and
sea.
Ira.
Yeah.
No, it was the sea whale.
But that's-
extremely rare sea whale.
So that was
Not quite Helvetia, no.
no, but we've been close to it.
You're not sure. You're not
Okay.
sure.
That's the closest place we've been to really like a sea ocean.
Well, the fact that you are here, that storm must have blown you way off course. Because this map has. You said you were traveling for 3 days?
Yep.
So you were about 3 days into the mainland of. What is it?
Trevia.
Trevia.
Oh, so do you have a map of Trevia?
I have the map of. Yes, and I'm showing my map.
Could we have it?
Could we
No.
could we make a we'll draw a copy of our map and for a trade a copy of your map.
You good at making maps?
Well, I have the map right here.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
see why
pretty
not.
good at crafting, and you're pretty good at crafting.
We've drawn things up and
yeah,
made
these
things,
two
yeah.
are very good at crafting.
All right, so we'll just sit here and we'll get it done.
Yeah.
But first, I would like an apology for you shooting me.
And me.
I have an idea. You draw a good map, and you'll get your apology.
Deal.
I would have settled for a half-drawn map. These
not-
people are not very bright.
Lexi, will you
Miniatures
draw
there?
their map while
Fashion.
Montague copies our map? Like, will you draw like a map of help? Will you copy their map?
Yes, I'll do my best.
I'll guide Montague.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna just sit down.
Is there any way I can help Lexi?
You can try to aid. You're welcome to aid. Just so you guys know, this will take about 4 hours for you guys to draw 2 maps.
Well, what if it's less detailed?
It'll still take you about 4 hours.
What happens if it took 8 hours?
I mean, you guys could try to scratch it out in maybe
I'd like to
2.
take 20.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna draw a very good map in 20 minutes. If you guys want it to have details.
Well, can we see how close we get in like an hour? Like
Sure,
see
you're
how
welcome
well
to.
we do, and I'm gonna try to help describe things.
Okay, perfect. So you're just aiding. You're aiding. You guys are gonna be done for an hour, so we're gonna wait.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do anything else in that hour?
I'm gonna try to rest.
Short rest.
I'm eating, and I'm gonna let Drogo eat.
You eat. And Montague, anything else?
Would this be
He's
considered a
fine.
short rest?
It would be considered short rest. You
All
guys can
right.
do. You guys can do. Yeah,
I
for
can
everybody.
use my magic recovery to get some spells.
But do you guys want to do anything in this hour?
Well, David's only one not helping with the map.
Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Wait a second.
No.
What
Rogier
counts as a
and-
short rest? Is short rest just off time or sleeping?
No, it
It's
can
just
be
off
light-
time.
light
Yeah, you guys can
magic.
do light things. So there, I will consider making a map light
Alright,
things.
I'm gonna talk to the tall guy.
Okay, we'll
Wait,
go
we're
through that
in
one
the
on one.
lighthouse with all these amazing books, and Rogier and the trash can see them.
Well, there are no actual books,
But they don't know that. They might be reading actual knowledge from the books that were in the
or their
lighthouse.
memories might be getting drawn into them.
Just
Vulgar seems fine.
So at this moment, if you're going to help with the map, you're not going to be able to help them because that's going to take all your focus.
Aren't they doing the map too?
No, just you two.
No, so are they.
They're making the other.
They're making the other map.
I was making the
Oh,
other map.
okay.
That's why I said.
Yeah,
David's
okay,
only
These
one
two
not
are
doing
good.
anything.
These two are.
She's helping him.
Perfect. So then it's going to be the 2 of you can do stuff. Everyone else is making maps.
Um,
So you talk. All of that is said.
Okay.
But then they're going to start focusing.
Okay. I would like to check in on Rogier then.
Okay. Do you want to go with her?
she's checking on her.
Rogier?
Or are you going to talk to the tall guy?
I'll talk to the tall guy.
All right, we'll come back to that in a moment. We go into the Rogier. You see, Rogier has not come out to talk to any of the pirates, things like that. The land pirates. He is simply slumped down and is just turning the dust very slowly. A small amount of drool is coming out of his mouth.
Rogier? Rogier? Knowing that it's the same thing that happened to us, I'm going to try and rip the book out of his hands.
Okay, you run over to rip the book out of his hands.
Oh, wait, I'm going to tell somebody first.
I don't think
I'm
you
gonna,
did.
I'm yelling!
I don't think you
As I run, I'm going to yell.
Oh, okay, I'll give it to you on one number you don't want on a D4.
2.
Okay. You start to yell, guys, and you run over and try to rip it out of his hand.
Yes.
Will save.
I know, but that's okay.
As soon as you touch Rogier, the book
know.
rematerializes. And you are fine.
Okay.
Do you want to whip it out of his hands?
I do.
Strength checks. All you need to just, yeah. It's not very strong.
16.
Oh, he is a fighter though, so we'll give him a roll. That one! It just slides out of his hands. And immediately he starts to blink his eyes.
Don't read any more books. Are you okay?
What happened? What? Ooh, I have a horrible headache.
I know.
I have a horrible
It's
headache.
okay.
It hurts so
I know,
bad.
I know,
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
I'm going to just come.
It's like everything's coming back at once.
Are you okay?
Oh, my eyes.
I'm
Oh, my
trying,
eyes and
trying.
my ears are
I'm running out
ringing.
of ink. It's dry.
Oh, no,
Thank you.
don't
Here,
read
I
any
have
more
another
books
pen.
in
Here,
here.
take this.
They're
Yeah,
dangerous.
I have no idea.
Okay, we have some
I
people
understand the
outside.
short
Come
rest.
talk.
Oh,
Trickster
do you carry him
would
out?
I do.
All right, he carries him out.
Hey, thanks.
No, not
I'll
just.
fold.
Yeah, well.
All right, David.
I'm talking to the tall guy.
You just kind of still rubbing his eye.
Yeah, talk to him.
Yeah, so, what's your name?
Bud.
Alright, how long you been with the flowers?
He grimaces. 6 months.
Alright, what did
We
you...
used to be called the Dreadstalkers.
That's a lot more menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll put some...
Then Francine gutted our captain from throat to navel. spilled out all over the ship. And she said, "Looky here." And she filled his remains with a bag of flour. And said, "Now we're called the Flowers."
Yeah, no, that's mutiny.
But he was dead, so we didn't know what to do. And then she started spelling it with a W. I just don't know where I am anymore.
Why'd you join the Flowers in the first place?
Killing.
It's awesome. Great conversation.
There's water there. Water goes there.
Yeah. What you guys? How long have you been here? Or how long
About 3 days inland. That's what your friend said.
Yeah. What have you been doing in that time?
You got a lot of questions.
Yeah, you kind of just shot at me and him.
I'm gonna be honest with you, not many people talk to me. What you want to know?
I just want to ask you about you and Flowers.
Small tear.
So,
I got a lot to tell you.
all right.
An hour passes. Go ahead, sir, with advantage.
That's a 7.
I don't have
And
to roll
a better roll would be a 11 plus. Let's see, what can I use to craft this?
It's intelligence.
And
I am an intelligent character.
That's
So-
why I wanted you to craft it, Lexi.
If
I
you have
knew
some
could do
knowledge
it.
in intelligence, you might be able to use that. Tell me what you got.
A saving throw, or is this?
Nope, just knowledge.
So
Like what knowledge is?
4. So my knowledge. Let's see here.
It's not a super high DC.
Let's see. Investigation, nature, religion, arcana, history.
Nature.
No.
I mean, I'm gonna add 4 to it. 11, so 15.
You do it.
Okay.
You're right. You create a readable map.
And this is a map that the Flowers, the former.
You now have a map of
Thread
Helvetia.
Stalkers. Okay, and it's
Okay.
our map.
Yeah,
is your
yeah,
map.
we're keeping it.
Okay. Well,
All right,
okay.
Montague, what you got?
Oh, map.
No advantage.
No, but I think Clara cast guidance on him to give him a D4.
Well, I rolled a
Added.
2.
That might not do it.
Well, do I add anything to it?
Your intelligence
Intelligence.
plus a D4 for Clara.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
6, 11 is what I got.
You created a passable map.
Ooh.
We have a map of Helvetia.
I was upset because they stopped me.
So at this, Francine walks over, snatches the map out of your hand, snatches the map out of your hand. Well, put some away. You still have your map.
Mhm.
I'm sorry that you got in my era's way.
Yeah, be the picker man.
So
I did a short rest.
Perfect,
Away.
perfect. You brought out, you could do a short rest. Meanwhile, Mr. David Jones. And that's when I thought about it. I thought, maybe if Pa had been around, maybe I wouldn't have gone down to that bar, met Snake-Eyed Joe. Maybe I wouldn't have made that bet. Maybe Ma wouldn't have got sick. But she did. And I did. And here I am. David, is this what catharsis is? What have I done with my life? Where are you going?
What do you mean, where am I going? Like,
It's gotta be better than the path I'm on. I need a sharp left.
I'm going to help the world with my crew.
You think a man like me could make changes?
Any man can make changes if they hope about it that much.
I see my reflection in your shield. Don't recognize it anymore. I feel like I'm right on the precipice.
I'm just gonna put my arm around his shoulder. Crying is a good thing to help you get through with this.
Persuade him to change his ways.
Do it. Do it.
You got this.
Persuade him
I'm
to
picturing
cry.
his.
I think he's got advantage. I think he said some good stuff.
If you got advantage and roll it again, you
10 plus
Charisma.
What,
11.
persuasion.
persuasion.
Wait, do you have to persuade anything in
Oh,
persuasion?
I don't think so. Don't touch me.
11.
A total of 11?
Yeah, I really want to use my epic feat.
Are you?
I'm gonna use my epic
He uses his epic
Yes.
feat! Epic feat! Alright, epic feat is used. So he leans over. Bud. And what did you say? Crying is okay?
Crying is the best way to help yourself through something.
You put your arm around him and it's the first comforting touch he's had. He grabs your hand like a daytime television show. Do 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 do!
Yeah!
Bud has been unlocked as an NPC.
We have a new
Alright.
Awesome.
Bud.
Nice.
Bud, quote, he's in it for the killing.
He's obviously a ranger.
You don't know what he is, and he's probably...
Does he have a weapon on him?
He's got a rapier, he's got a flintlock,
No bow.
he's got a sharp, pointy nose.
He's
Do you
100%
have a
a
bow?
swashbuckler.
He doesn't have a bow.
He doesn't have a bow.
doesn't
Yeah,
have a bow.
that's what I'm saying. He's a swashbuckler. He's a rogue. That's what I'm guessing right here, right now.
Well, I think we'll be on our way. Back to the proud Mary. She keeps on trucking.
Good day to you.
Wait, what is the Mary? What is the Mary?
Our ship, of course.
Why aren't you on your ship?
Well, to be quite honest with you, we thought we were in the right place, but it appears we are not. So we'll go back to our ship and we'll head straight to Terraform. Probably save us at least a day of travel.
Head inland on a ship.
Well, we have to at least go get our crew.
Do we
That's fair.
really know where we are? How far are we from Terraform?
Oh, you guys are days and days and days.
Yeah, we're
Now that they have Dwarven
Northeast.
marked, though, they're probably gonna go get their crew. Probably sail. They'll probably lose 5 days, and then head into Dwarven. Do you wish to stop them, or?
No.
Okay.
not at all.
Then the two of them begin to leave, and there's a long and desperate conversation between Bud and Francine. There's a moment where it looks like they're about to draw flintlocks as they stare each other down. As they draw their flintlocks toward each other, getting ready to pull the trigger, Francine puts her gun up. And they part ways in silence.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Well, did you rest?
So that is the way of Dungeons and Dragons. I did not see that coming.
Hold up, Dustin.
So
Dustin, does that count as a short rest for me?
it does. Everybody gets a short rest. So if you want to roll some hit dice to heal, or if you
I
have any of
did.
your arcane recharge features,
I used 4 hit dice.
perfect.
Do you think after resting David that your magic arms can work?
Yep. I'm gonna have to say that 100%.
Or you just
If
roll.
I just get a good night's sleep.
No. We just rested for a good hour. Do you think that they'll work now, or do you really need to sleep? Do you think you could try to get? You maybe try again?
I'm gonna try again.
Intelligence, sir.
Dice. 3.
Oh, did he
Not
roll
a-
2 last time?
Yep.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
Last time I rolled it.
Oh, the blood vessels in his neck. He's just screaming and nothing. It's not a thing.
Just be really convenient if we could just go back home so quickly.
Yeah. No.
What'll it take?
It'll take.
Over
I
days.
got these magic beans.
Can I
This is
investigate
the trash
those?
can.
What are?
Yeah,
I would like to look at them.
I'd like
take
to
them.
investigate one of them.
I'll need a cow first. A cow for my magic beans.
I'm gonna cast a spell on you
No.
to help you.
No, don't do it.
No.
I resist.
Trash King. These guys. Trash King.
no,
You're
I'm
in the
not-
perfect party.
I'm
These
gonna
two,
trade you.
Pointing include.
A cow?
No, I'm gonna trade you a magical spell, charm on you that'll help you.
No. Don't do it. I have these magic beans, but I require something in payment.
Yes, I'll make you never ever have to eat again.
I like to eat.
You will never feel
Listen,
hunger.
this deal is off. And he walks slowly over and climbs up his trash elephant
Oh, right.
that has been
It's-
standing in the
Zarge.
corner. Zarge. He made a trash elemental that is an elephant, and Montague brought it to life with an artifact.
Animate.
The pot of milk.
Oh, the last
Milk.
use, right?
Yep.
We
Yeah,
no
there's a
longer
whole
can-
lot of crazy in this game.
Okay.
So Zarj, the robotic elephant, begins to move. Zarj. Might I suggest we just simply rest? We have the vantage point. We're high up in the mountains. We could simply
Yes.
rest for the night.
Yeah, we'll probably need to do that.
Yeah.
No more reading books, though.
No, of course not. Don't read the books. They give you a headache.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing that happened to us happened with.
Oh, yeah.
Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were just playing in the dirt. I didn't realize you were reading.
I see. So should we rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anyone want to make fire or anything like that? What do you want to
I
do?
have proficiency in campfire making.
You do have
I'll
proficiency
still
in campfire
weather,
making.
and
You
I
know
will
how
help,
it's made.
but it maybe won't help you any more than.
As they
But I have a
tried
proficiency.
to actually
Right, that
make
makes sense.
fire, I secretly cast Sacred Flame, and I want them to think that they made fire.
I'm just gonna let this go.
yeah.
Okay, that was fire is made. You guys have made fire. There's a fire.
Okay?
I'm gonna lay
Counter
down.
spell.
Who's going to take the first watch? I'm gonna lay down near it to where I don't get burned by the fire and just start sleeping.
Thank you
Alright.
for specifying.
The one who would.
I go and lay on the fire. Just- All right. Who would like to take first watch?
I'll take first
Please, D100.
100.
81.
I think that's good.
You begin your first watch.
That's
The light goes out, and as you sit on the top of the tower, you notice something in your peripheral, just out of reach. It's coming from inside the lighthouse, like a glow. What do you do? The rest of the group is sleeping soundly. You notice their wounds look to be mending in a restful sleep. The wizard looks to be gaining his mental faculties back.
I look next to me. Is Drogo next to me?
Drogo is next to you.
I was hoping it was maybe him. Hello?
You are answered by the wind.
How far away from me is it?
Oh, just a couple feet. Like you guys camped right outside the tower.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of stand up. Can I do a perception check to see if I see anything?
So whatever's in the tower, it is surrounded full cover by all sides. I mean, it's still ruins, but it's enough to cover whatever in there.
Okay. I want them to sleep. So can I just kind of like watch it for a little bit to see if it moves closer, or if it's just watching?
Sure, you're welcome to watch it. An hour passes. Nothing new.
It's just watching.
And then you hear something coming from within the tower. It sounds like glass squishing together. Just kind of like.
Who's there?
There's no response.
I'm gonna like lift myself up and cautiously walk over.
You start to walk over. It's about 10 feet away.
Okay.
You peer over the. You peer slowly over, and you notice that sitting in the center of the lighthouse is the mirror. It is completely black. And the music just did that. That was pretty cool.
Is it put back together? There's no more glass?
You're not sure, but it looks like whatever was in it was hollow, and now there is something completely black.
Knowing that my group has to rest, I'm just going to walk backwards. Do I see anything in there? Like anything else?
You feel a strong pull. We'll save.
Split the party.
Got this.
Split the party.
We broke the first rule.
What did you say? You said we did.
Cocked! It's cocked on a nat 20, but it's definitely cocked.
What if you move the...
11 plus 7, 18.
All right. So you feel a strange tug. Doesn't feel like it's ominous. Maybe it's just curiosity. Are you sure you want to back away from the mirror?
Yes?
Very well.
Don't do that. I'm backing away.
All right.
Backing away.
2 hours have passed.
Who wakes up?
Nobody wakes up. It's only been 2 hours.
No, it hasn't. It's been 3.
3 hours.
It's been 4 hours.
I heard it's been 8.
Fine. It's been 3 hours. You have 1 more hour to wait.
No, that's right.
At 3 hours, you begin to hear whispers coming from the lighthouse.
That's great. Okay. I know all languages.
Not this one. In the darkness of your mind's eye, you see just the hint of green. It's like a song. It begins to reverberate in your chest.
Who's closest to me?
The whole group is sleeping around the fire.
Who's closest?
Trash King. And Sarge.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Can he be resting in like the arms of the
Oh,
elephant?
absolutely.
So the giant elephant robot's like
And as you look around, Zar's just looking at you.
because he's a robot.
Lyra. I go to Lyra.
Do you wake up?
She wakes me up.
You wake her up.
I have to.
At this moment, you're still okay, because you've not done anything strenuous. You get 1 hour of
My
basic.
wounds are pretty healed from my others. My rest is just my mental magical capacity is a little tapped.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that if you exert too much energy, you're just not going to get it back.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Clara? Why are you up? Why are you waking me up? Is everything okay?
Everything is silent.
What's wrong?
How do you...
We're doing with the music. The mirror, it's black. And there were whispers, and I didn't recognize it, and I know languages, and
It's probably just something trying to get in your head. You gotta distract it.
and then Sarge.
Hi, Zarge.
Zars never sleeps.
I know.
Sarge, did you hear it? Did you hear the sounds?
Zars tranced.
Okay.
Eyes always open.
Clara, this is a really scary place, and you're up by yourself, and I guarantee you it's just stuff getting in your head. You can't let it mess with you.
I saw it. I saw the mirror.
Don't look at it. If it is something, it sounds not good. So,
Yes, ignore it.
Okay, go back to
things
sleep.
always happen at night. You know how many times we've had these terrible dreams? We can't let it get in our heads. We're finally not in a vision. We're finally here.
I'm sorry. Go
It's
back
okay.
to sleep. It's okay. I got this. It's fine.
But wake me up if you need to. But just try to think, sing a song in your head. Think about something happy. Think about, remember when we used to travel with that little gnome? And he would sing to his brother in his head?
Yes.
Think about that and sing some of those songs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just I'll lay back down. I don't have to be like sleeping, right?
For the last hour, can't you just trance?
No, I don't have trance.
Yeah, you have to go back to sleep.
Okay,
Isn't
I
it
will go.
1
I'm gonna
hour,
go back
right?
to sleep, but letting you know it's okay to wake me up if you absolutely need
Yeah,
to.
wait, isn't it like sleep?
I sit
mechanics
back
that's,
down
like,
and I clutch
sleep for 7
Drogo and I
hours,
just
every 1 hour,
I
you
keep
just
my
stay
my focus, but I'm thinking of Yevros and how Yevros and surrounding this beautiful lighthouse with moss and trees, I know that his presence is near and that we're going to be safe and protected.
Sure. God roll. You go back to
See
sleep.
the cup holder. Take it out.
Here we go.
It's not a God roll. So the audience knows a God roll is only effective on a D20, and it can only be rolled if the DM calls for it. It cannot be instigated by the players.
I'm very close.
I know, you're very close to the God.
When divine.
You feel no presence of Yevros.
That's okay.
Just the dark, cold night. As you sit there all alone, maybe it's your mind playing tricks on you, but the fire itself, its orange hues seem to dull, as though they turn like a gray. They seem to almost flicker with a green light.
I am going to change my focus from that. I'm going to cast Speak with Animal, and I will start speaking with Drogo.
Okay, great. So Drogo's laying on the ground, sleeping.
Alright, I'm gonna just pick him up. Drogo, everything's gonna be okay. I know, but I just needed to tell you that everything's going to be okay. And everything is okay. And, oh no, are you okay? Okay.
It sounds like that.
Okay, you just continue to sleep. I'm sorry. Okay, good night. Everything's okay.
Love you, Mom.
I love you too, Drogo.
Your 4
comfort.
hours pass.
Okay, that comforted me.
Next.
Not it.
I forewarned him.
Yeah, by all means.
Her, I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
get,
I meant him as
no,
in you.
No, hold on a second. And I'm gonna walk away and use the bathroom. Because it's one of those midnight things.
Nice.
And then I come back.
Okay, I think it's just the lighthouse playing tricks on me. Don't pay any attention to it. You're gonna hear weird things and see green figures of light. But just think happy thoughts. Feel us in your presence. And I maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just tired, but everything's gonna be okay.
Are you still holding the bear?
Yes.
So there's a what? What do you mean? Do we need to wake everyone up?
No. Everyone needs their sleep.
Yeah, you need some sleep. You're talking crazy.
Okay.
Oh, jars.
This is terrifying too.
Her eyes are glowing, just kind of like a faint yellow.
It might have been jars that I saw.
Okay, so just go rest. Your bear's so sweet.
The Trash King is just.
Someone we know.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
You ready to bed?
I guess at least it's not quiet.
Lexi.
I'm just gonna sort of walk around the perimeter of the campfire, getting my bearings as to where everyone is, making sure that everyone's accounted for. Looking at Roger. Is he how's he sleeping?
He's like laid in like a with his. He's like laying against his staff, his pike.
His pike, okay. Okay, yeah. So it's just me in the wilderness now.
Can't sleep.
Jars?
Over and near the lighthouse, you see Bud, kind of lying, like just standing against it, like James, like Dean, like James Dean.
So we are taking camp outside of the lighthouse?
Yes.
Okay. And he's
You are outside on the hill. There's a large hill overlooking a forest in each direction, and there is a lighthouse, a decrepit lighthouse. You guys are about 10 feet away from it with a campfire. Next to the lighthouse, Bud is standing.
Is he smoking?
Mm-hmm.
And I can see the light.
Yep.
Red. I'm gonna kind of walk over there, putting my hair. And I also smoke, so I'm gonna sit next to him. And
He's not sitting.
Oh. Okay, so I'm picturing there's like an entranceway into the lighthouse. And
Yep.
He's on one. I'm gonna kind of lean against the other and pull out it's got to be a handmade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something rough. And I look at him.
He'll light your tip.
Okay, so he lights
He
it.
lights your tip.
And we sit there, stand there, and don't say a word.
Just the way he likes it.
Yes.
D100.
4 hours pass without incident.
What is bun? You know?
Is that a 40 or is that a 50?
Is it a 5 or?
It's a
It's
0.
a 40 and a 0.
That's a 40.
That's a
It'd be 40, right?
40 and a 0 is a 40.
It's a 40. Okay, so 40.
All right,
Out of
sir.
100.
Higher or lower?
What do I want?
Higher than 40 or lower than 40?
For
me
what?
to roll.
I want. There's more numbers above 40, so I want.
But how you feel?
I'm feeling pretty.
with
tame.
the odds.
You would like it to be higher
I
than
want it
40.
to be higher than 40. In my
higher than-
favor, yes.
It was 41.
The night passes without incident. You awake to the sun peeking itself up over the forest. Light immediately shines over all of the trees and hits the mountain, the fog diffusing much of the light.
The little campfire button.
You feeling better, Clara?
On wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally live.
Did you have any incident last night, Lexi?
I'm putting out the cigarette, and I walk over.
That you've been smoking for 4 hours?
Yeah, nope. It's already out. Nope.
I would like to investigate the mirror.
Sure.
Just see if
Completely
it's-
empty.
It's not the blackness that I saw.
Nope.
I'm telling you, it was all black last night.
Can I go investigate it?
You guys look at it, it's completely...
Is it standing up?
Yeah.
Can I do?
You didn't see
So,
anything.
yeah, I didn't see it. So what's this?
So when Montague said that he felt like a dark magic, can I do like any type of like religion check on this
Sure.
mirror to see if I can figure out like maybe
Sure.
who created it?
By all means.
Ooh.
That is cocked as it could be. Well, natural 19, so 22.
Wow.
It's very high. It's not high enough. I am sorry.
Literally could have only gotten one.
I know. I'm sorry. DC 25.
That means it's
I.
Do I know anything, or is it just like
You
a
know
nothing?
that this is... It's definitely divine, but you have no idea.
Should we touch it?
I
Can
don't
we
know,
touch
but
it?
it's divine, but it's not. It's not from Azeron. I would know.
Is this? Wait, was this here in the morning? Like yesterday at night?
Yeah. But Clara said it got all weird and voidy last night.
That's what you were talking about.
I heard I heard glass shards, as if the mirror was piecing itself back together. And when I peered over the corner, it was black. It was... I don't know,
Why didn't you go check it out then?
because I didn't want to get sucked into some evil void.
You could have took Zarj with you.
You were nestled very
Yeah,
nicely
you would have
with
woken
Marsh.
up, Trash
still
King,
in-
and then you would...
Yeah, he's still cradled in her
and then
arms.
you wouldn't have rested.
Mm.
And we have to put...
Hindsight's 20/20.
Well,
If I had been there... And he goes on a long tangent that you just all kind of tune out.
So are you sure this wasn't the dark of the night in the
Sure.
reflection of the mirror? Is there glass in the mirror?
The glass is all over the ground.
Is there I'm gonna look. I need to investigate. Does it look like there's a pattern to the glass? Is it
It
clear?
looks like it exploded, like shrapnel.
Okay, so it didn't like just fall out and shatter.
No, the mirror is standing upright. The glass is exploded in every direction,
Oh.
like it blew out from within.
Is there a big enough piece where you can like pick it up and it would be like?
Yeah, there's a shard.
I'm gonna pick it up.
It cuts you.
I'm going to drop it.
Cool.
You picked it up carefully, and it still cuts you
Okay, so I
for
have
4 damage.
gloves on, and I'm going to... Does he have gloves on?
Yeah.
He has mail glove. Yeah, he's got plate mail gloves
it
on it.
still
it
cut him?
cut him.
Yeah, no, that's pretty.
Like
sharp.
as he went to grab it, the point went through the.
I'm gonna go grab your hand and I want to look at its wound.
Okay. It is just a clean cut.
It's
You
just a
see
cut.
nothing ominous about it, other than the glass is super sharp.
Yeah, that's not normal. That hurt a lot.
You're okay, but
It hurts still.
Walk it off.
The edging or like the frame of this mirror, is it one of those that you stand up in front of and like you can angle?
And it's big.
You can angle it to like look at
It
an
cannot
outfit?
be angled.
It's
But
just
that
one-
you have the right idea. It's a
Okay.
large standing mirror frame.
Okay.
It's about 8 feet tall.
Okay.
The sides of it are black, beautifully designed, intricate, just like swirls and etchings, so finely woven that you don't know craftsmen like this. It doesn't look like anything the elves would make or the dwarves. It is without blemish, perfectly symmetrical in every visible way.
Guys, this is fantastic.
There are no glass left on any of the sides, as though every shard of glass exploded from the mirror simultaneously.
Like, this looks untouched. Like, it couldn't have... There's no markings of blemish.
no, but we can't even touch the glass. Do you still have that little handy thing you do?
Sure. Cast
You pick up
mage hand,
glass.
and it picks up the glass, and I bring it.
Can we both kind of try to get a good look at it?
Light shine. So in every direction that you're holding it, light has shined through the tower, and light is hitting the glass. And as the light hits the glass, you see your own reflection in the glass.
Is it my face?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go put it close to the mirror? I want to try something.
Yeah.
Can I like?
So he moves, or she's moving this close to the mirror, and I know I might cut myself, but I'm going to try to touch it in the mirror and cast mend. I'm gonna try to use my magic to mend the glass back onto the mirror.
Okay.
Mending.
Very interesting. What do you want to do?
Well, while they were like dealing with the glass, I want to like take out a piece of paper and start like sketching the
mirror?
Yeah, so
Perfect.
we remember it.
Perfect. You cast mending. In a normal circumstance, this would instantly mend any normal object. Please roll me your magic ability modifier. So wisdom.
22.
22. You push, and all of a sudden you notice that this would be a top piece of the glass. So you push it up, and as you begin to focus the might of Azeron into the glass, you cast mending. It hits the glass, and the spell refracts out, just like a shockwave. Everything you are wearing, if it has been tattered, broken at all, everything is mended. It looks as though you are all wearing brand new clothes. The glass does not mend at all.
How does trash can look now?
Don't question Azeron ever again. Look how good you look.
He doesn't look any different.
No, he does.
He doesn't
In my
because he's
eyes,
wearing
he
the
does.
apron.
Oh, true.
My magical stainless apron. If anything, you're blast the magic. I do have a Terrafon bracer on, so that gets
That looks untarnished now.
brand new. Nice.
That wasn't right though.
Zars is shiny.
Oh, does she look good?
She doesn't look good, but she looks shiny and
She
new.
look better than she was
looks
full of a bunch of broken
She
trash.
looks like she's made of trash still,
Clean trash.
but clean.
but not so broken trash.
She's
she
pretty
move a bit?
jank.
Can she move a little bit?
Yeah. She is who she is, and you can't mend that.
Just a cleaner version of herself.
I'm glad. Does she look more like a Loxodon?
No.
A clean one.
Does Bud look a lot better? Because I feel like he probably looked terrible.
Yeah, but your faces are still grimy. Just what you're wearing.
No, but I feel like his clothes were probably
Does
terrible.
Lexi's cigar come back?
It would
Yeah.
on the ground, unlit.
Okay,
How
but
does Trash King look now?
so
Trash King doesn't look that much different. Because Trash King, I guess some of his clothes look too big now, which he immediately begins to cut.
Roger would look better, right?
Yeah, Roger looks good. Unfortunately, Roger's indents in his staff are gone.
Oh no.
So we're taking some time, like really looking at each other and like.
Well,
I'm still sketching because it doesn't
that's
affect me
never
whatsoever.
happened before.
Yeah. So it like amplified your magic
Like a
abilities.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So don't do anything negative to this thing. Luckily, we found this out with a positive spell, mending.
But it didn't work on what I cast it on the glass.
We look, and is the glass there?
You're holding it up, so yeah. But it's not mended into the frame.
Can you look at the glass closer? I like why is that not working? Like that is what I was trying to mend.
You guys can all look at the glass.
This is
just
seriously
said I
something
had a
that's I think
calling,
out of
or-
our abilities.
Can you get a closer look at it?
I'm gonna take it as close to you as you want.
No, I want you to take a closer look at it.
Bring it back to myself. It's floating.
Light is shining through the glass. You see your reflection.
I'd like to look at it.
You see your reflection.
That's it.
That's it. Light shining
Just
on the
looks like a
glass.
mirror.
You see your reflection. Looks like a mirror.
Wait a minute. This was a lighthouse, right? Could this have been like the beam that refracted the source?
Usually beams are usually up there. I'm gonna point up.
You point at the sun.
But it's a broken down lighthouse.
Yeah, but I don't.
But
I
maybe-
wouldn't think that.
I know what
Maybe
you
the
mean.
light
He
was-
points. He points all the way.
Right.
Maybe the light was refracting off of this mirror and it broke when it brought us back here.
It was not a beacon for ships, but a beacon for knowledge.
I hate to be the person who's breaking up this. He looks at the glass, then thinks it's inert. This is Rogaire. Perhaps we should get back to Terraform. I'm so sorry. Gerunduk.
Do you want to go back to being a night guard, or are you
Well,
gonna
a little bit, but honestly, I'm concerned about the little girl. Did we get what we came for?
Not exactly.
I see.
Can you put that glass like in a bag to where it won't cut you and take it with you?
Boy. So I'm gonna.
It's Oblivion Stone all over. Sorry.
Does anyone have a bag I can
We don't even need
use?
to go into
I'm
that.
sorry, no.
Trash King had the bag.
Trash King, can I please borrow a bag? Don't ask questions. Just let me borrow a bag.
I mean, I have my backpack. Do you not have a backpack?
A little.
He just throws a bag at you. It's empty.
I look at it.
It's empty.
I dump it.
Empty.
Okay, I'm gonna take out a
still has
a
the
shilling or a coin, and I'm gonna drop it in.
There's now a coin in the bag.
Just making sure.
Like there's a hole in the bag too.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I mean, it's not a nice bag.
I mend it.
Mended.
Okay, so now thank you, Lyra. I'm gonna just start picking up glass with mage hand, putting it in the bag.
Just so you all are aware, he had pulled that bag out of his other bag. A special bag.
Thank you.
We know that bag, but
That's only
We
important
don't know
because
that
that's
bag.
why the mending didn't mend this bag.
we know this bag, but we don't know this bag.
So, anyways.
Sure. So I'm shoveling in with this spectral hand, the glass. Depending on how big it is.
You just drop
As
it in the
much as I
bag.
can.
And nicely set it in the bag.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
put it in the bag, fold the bag, and it just falls right on the ground. Just cuts through the bag like it's butter. Like a knife through paper. Just the bag is just.
Yeah. So does anyone maybe have like a metal bag?
Well, what about Trash King's crazy bag?
What about his crazy bag? You have a crazy bag?
No.
You must, because my magic didn't work on what you had in that bag.
Oh, that makes okay. I see.
And you did pull
Nope.
out.
There's something special about that bag.
Which one? He pulls out and he's got like 6.
I'm gonna point at the one that he took out the glass rope.
This bag? This bag is empty.
I'm gonna. What do I recognize?
Montague, can you tell which one of those bags is special?
I go to grab one of the bags.
He hits your hand.
I go grab the other bag.
He hits your hand.
Trash King,
Now,
I feel like we're just walking around in circles.
do you have a bag that this glass will go in without breaking the bag?
oh,
Not that I want to try. I just saw it cut through that bag, and I'm not letting him cut through my nice bag.
yeah. To be fair,
maybe this
if his
is
bag can hold other bags, and if the glass can cut through his bag,
Yeah.
what if the glass can cut through any bag and cuts through the bag?
then
That
all
is
of that
ma-
stuff's
that is a
gonna
magic
come
bag?
out. And it might be
Who
bad
knows
stuff.
what could happen?
Yeah, that's the good.
I know what
It
will
can kill
happen.
us.
What?
A look of horror goes over his face, but he lets it end there.
Well, Oh, too bad Ron's not here. He's so good with chainmail. He could make us a bag.
Who's Ron?
He was a blacksmith back in Ilden.
He's a bag
He
maker?
made my armor.
Well, he's at Gerunduk now.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to do, David?
I have no, I'm gonna check on Bud. What race is Bud?
Bud is human.
All right.
You walk up to Bud. Bud is smoking another cigarette. I do not condone smoking, but Bud does.
Don't be. He's trying to turn his life around.
Yeah, he's
Don't
trying.
be Bud.
Maybe this will be the first step.
I'm gonna put my hand on Bud's shoulder. First step of redemption. You gotta take something away that you care about and that you think you need. Where's your cigarettes or cigars?
Okay. I get it.
I got all this tobacco.
I'm gonna take it. Give it to me.
I take it, but give it to me.
He gives you a big old wet pouch of tobacco.
You got any more?
Takes off his boot. Hands you another wet, soggy, stinky sack of tobacco.
You got any more that you have
His
wrapped up
tobacco
already?
holding.
Takes off his hat.
Tobacco holding.
Takes you another soaky bag of tobacco.
Montague,
the rest?
Montague has a good idea of what he has.
He takes his sword and undoes the hilt. Dumps a tiny, wet, soggy bag of tobacco.
Why is it all
in your
wet?
hand.
It's even wet. Or it's even wet in the
In
handle.
the container.
Why is it so wet?
Well, you figure that the container probably got moist, and then it's it's a
Just
container,
he's a
so it's
seaman.
They were
living
on a
in it, so
boat.
it's definitely
He was on a
moldy.
boat.
Yeah.
How's he lighting it?
Wet magic. I don't.
Wet,
Wet
wet
fire.
fire.
At this point, you have both hands on tobacco.
Yeah, but if you have any more, just give it to me.
He tries to think for a moment.
You know, David, it's pretty hard.
I
to
think
just
that's
quit
it.
cold. It's hard for
I'm
someone to just
inside
quit
that.
cold turkey.
David,
Yeah.
when did you become such a smoker?
Nat 20!
Oh, wow. Did you roll 2 with those already?
What?
Was that someone else?
I rolled it.
No.
He doesn't have any more tobacco.
All right.
Except for the one in his hand. You gotta let me finish this one.
Are we ready to go back to Gerunduk?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we okay? Do you think you can use your magical hand to go carry that glass through
That was
the
me.
circle?
Oh no. Okay.
Yes, I can use it every so often. I'll just have to be, super cognizant of how long.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe when David activates his magic hands, which that's all I think he can do it now.
What if it cuts magic though?
It doesn't. Look, and it's floating.
Oh, 2.
All right, let's head back to the
I think we need to head back.
room.
Montague, will you help with this?
What do you need me to do?
You can cast Mage Hand, right?
Yes.
So, I can cast it for
He
a minute.
wants you guys to hold hands with your mage hands and carry the glass together.
Back and forth. So it doesn't hit the ground.
But can't you just hold it?
For a minute, and then I'll cast it again.
Oh, well, it hopefully won't take us long.
I'm gonna need an insight, sir.
Insight.
Yeah.
Wow. 5 plus.
That's probably not gonna do it.
I know. But my insight is +4, so 9.
All right. You see on your mage hand, looks like flesh.
Flesh?
Flesh.
Flesh.
As though the mage hand is becoming real.
Is it what's connecting to the shard of glass? Like it's...
Blood is coming out of where it's holding the shard.
How far have we walked away, or have we left this area?
Yeah, I don't think you've left this area, no.
Okay. Guys?
Should we
no.
dispel that?
Hey, look at this. And it's like hovering in front of me, and it, like...
It's got bad magic.
It hits the ground, like splatters against the stone.
Montague, do you think we should try to get... Do you think this magic's important for us to learn about, or is it dangerous?
Well, I don't know. It would be very important to study it, but...
I mean, what if
we
we
all
just
see the
leave
mage
it?
hand?
What if we
I
just
don't know
leave it
any
here?
magic that can do that.
Can you
It's
open
like-
the book next to it?
I don't want the book near it.
Hides the book further away.
Is the mage hand still bleeding?
Yes.
It's like growing skin.
Drop it. Drop the
I
glass.
wanna.
Imagine your character. It's growing skin.
I have
It's
Lexi,
skin. Like you're walking around the mage hand that you're holding. It's
Look at flesh.
Lexi, I wanna try to I wanna try to conjure some magic and try to cast Lesser Restoration to stop whatever's affecting the mage hand. And see if that helps it.
In response to her preparing to cast magic and what happened to Mending, and not sure what she's going to cast, I'm going to cast Mage Armor myself.
Okay. You cast mage armor. Armor flickers around you.
I'm not casting this on the glass.
You're casting
In
it
the middle.
awfully close.
No, he dropped it. She dropped
I
it.
set it on the ground. I didn't drop it.
So you've let go of it?
I mean, I've set it on the ground.
Because the mage hand let go of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the mage hand floats up in the air and the skin just...
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, okay. Then I would not do that.
I whiffed it away, wafted it away,
Yeah, it's just... It's gone.
and what were you gonna do there?
Well, I was gonna try to heal your mage hand, but it healed itself.
I cast it again.
And you want it visible?
I want it visible. Yes.
Yeah.
Still spectral, but
Yeah.
visible.
No
And
flesh?
is there
Just let me know when it's invisible.
I
'Cause-
think I have to roll for it, just so you know.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
Like a stealth or sleight of hand. Sleight of
He has
hand.
a force.
Yeah, if it's
hand.
not hurt, then I wouldn't.
It's not hurt.
Then
It's
I'd
gone.
do that.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
can
make
cast
the,
that as much as you want.
I'm gonna cast the hand and make
No,
it go
not Lesser Restoration.
No, that.
and just touch the glass, the face of the glass.
Nothing happens right away.
Okay, I'm gonna let it just hold there.
All of a sudden, you see it starts to. So the glass is sitting there, and then it starts to.
Guys, David, look.
What?
Yeah, that's not good.
This is so boring.
Well, why don't you go touch the glass?
I'm not gonna touch it!
with us then.
Okay, so this
They're not
glass is
helping.
animating my spectral hand, the mage
What the-
hand.
That's what he
It
would do.
heals us if we cast healing spells at it. You guys gotta be careful. Like, I haven't seen anything like this. Have you studied anything like this?
No, nothing. I don't
I
think
just don't know if we. I just wish we didn't have to leave it here because we could study it. And what if somebody else comes upon it and really hurts themselves?
What happens if we just like throw it away?
we can come back here.
How heavy is this tall mirror thing?
It's 8 feet tall.
Yeah. We got
We got
jars.
we got Zard.
can always-
We do have Zars. Zars. Yes.
How are they similar in height?
No, Zars
No,
is big.
Zars is
Zars looks
like
like
7
a.
foot
She's like a
something tall.
loxodon, big old elephant thing.
Well, the mirror thing's 8 feet, right?
Mhm.
So they're
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
you
I thought
said-
you meant like in comparison to the Trash King. She's huge.
Trash thing's a goblin, right? He's short. Okay, so no. So is it you guys? What do you guys think? Could jars?
You guys want to try to lift
With
it?
the help of David and
Yeah, I could.
Lyra.
All right. So you guys. All right. So who's aiding who?
So are we actually doing?
What do you guys all want to be a party to try to lift it?
Well,
Let's all-
David
Well,
and
David
Zars
needs to
and
do
I
his
will
arms.
definitely try.
All right. Let's roll. Let's roll, everybody. It's gonna be a team roll to try to lift this thing.
No.
Ours doesn't roll that great.
6.
What are we rolling for? Just
Strength. So you can use athletics if you'd like.
I got a nat 1.
Okay. So you just don't help at all.
You go in the middle and put.
16.
I'm
A 9.
like
Nine.
pulling it down.
I wasn't doing.
Okay.
6.
Yeah. You guys don't lift it at all. Don't even budge it. It doesn't move at all.
Can I try to like
Look,
push it?
So maybe we need to do this all at once. You know, like a 1, 2, 3 lift.
we can come back here. We set up a circle when we first arrived. I remember how to get back. We just had to follow the river, heading east, until we hit the hole, and then from the hole, we go around the hole up to the mountain cliffs, and then go up the stairway,
I agree.
and then here it is.
I think we're wasting
But
time.
you don't think Darius would want to see this?
But we can bring him back.
We can let him know.
Okay, I think we should go back though.
Alright, I'm gonna try my magic hands.
Wait, I would like to investigate the lighthouse one last time for any
Go ahead.
books or anything.
It's a new day.
What are
It's
you
a
looking
brand
for,
new-
Montague?
And it's
The
bright.
amount of dice drops.
Investigation would be a 24.
Nice. You begin to investigate the ruins of the lighthouse, walking around, ignoring the ignoring the mirror, trying to see if there's anything special in the lighthouse. And as you walk through, over a bunch of rubble, you brush it aside, and you see one book, small in nature, but it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Journal-like?
It's not a journal.
Okay. I'll pick it up.
You lift it, and it says, what languages do you read?
Dwarvish, Gnomish, Common.
You do not know what
I
it
think maybe
says.
Elven.
What is that, Montague?
The book is completely intact.
It is.
What did you find?
Yeah, it's completely intact. As far as you know.
Completely intact.
Montague, what did you find?
I found a book.
What does it say?
I open up.
You open it up.
Is it in
You
the
cannot
same
read
language?
What does it say?
I'm gonna keep flipping through it. Is like there an image?
There's nothing.
Is there just...
Montague is engrossed with the book and
For real?
ignores you.
You were helping with the mirror. No.
In the same room. Nothing.
Alright. Claire, you can read all languages, yes?
Yes!
What does it say?
I'll check it out. What
Okay.
is it?
You open the book, and in a very dark script, it says, The Book of Shadows.
Do you say that?
Lyra, isn't this the book that you took? The Book of Shadows?
Yeah, that's my book. Oh, but that's weird because did you guys bring anything back from your visions?
I don't have the owl. Thank goodness, that owl looked miserable.
He was...
That
threw
is
him in a
so
satchel.
weird. Is it? Do I look at it? Does it look identical to when I had it?
It does, but do you read Abyssal?
I read Celestial and Draconic and Undercommon.
So it looks exactly the same, but you can't read it.
Oh. What language was it in my vision?
Common.
That looks like my book, Clara, but what is that written in?
It's... What is it? Celestial?
Abyssal.
Abyssal.
Oh. I think my version was less evil.
As she says this, a thing goes off in your head, and you think, it says Book of Shadows.
Not all shadows are bad.
Can I,
Every good thing casts a shadow.
You say to the ether.
No, I say it's to...
I can read very fast. I can read a whole book in 2 hours. Can I just kind of glance through
So you
and
just...
see if I...
This book is incredibly intricate. While you would be able to read the whole book, you would need to spend the time to read it.
Okay. Did I get any general
Nope.
consensus? Okay.
It's like archaic.
Okay. I can read this if I take the time to.
Well,
Bring it back with
yeah,
you.
we should probably go back to Gerunduk before we spend any more time here.
It's the Book of Shadows?
Yes.
Are you sure we should just... That's...
Well, it's the only surviving book here, so might as well take something.
What book did
It's
you
not...
see
It's not...
in the dream sequence?
I didn't look at any books.
He found Elrics's journal. He saw
I
it.
did not.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I saw it. A glimpse.
It was on Elgrix and
on his
Montague's
person,
vision.
his journal. It had a sort of like a pentagram, I think. Like stars and an eye.
Triangle thing.
Yeah.
You begin to recount your visions from
No.
the lighthouse, and you saw an evil journal that you believe belongs to a wizard who's been taunting you throughout your adventure. Do you wish to take the shadow book, or do you wish to leave it?
I'm not gonna take in the book.
All right,
I
he
think
sets
it'd
the
be-
book down.
Clara has it.
Claire, do you wish to take it?
Yeah. This... Darius might want this.
What's the language?
Abyssal.
Is that good?
No.
No.
You can read it?
Yes.
She can read all languages.
How?
The
She's
trees told her.
special.
The trees gave me
Sometimes-
the power.
You know, sometimes people have special things. Like you have that
Okay.
special little friend
Captain
thing you
Planet.
talk
Because
to
pages
sometimes.
come from trees.
Sometimes they do.
Oh,
So you're reading their screams.
the eyeballs.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
Clara.
Yeah,
every,
That's a good.
Clara, every autumn, do the trees scream as their leaves fall?
And we're off topic.
David, go.
I'm
Can
gonna try
It's like
my
they're
magic
multi-
hand.
You try your
It's time to
magic
get going.
hands.
try it?
You want to do it with me? You see the runes on his hands begin to light up. And all of a sudden, the tower itself becomes a conduit. This blue light erupts. And all of a sudden, where do you aim your portal to enter? Open.
The lighthouse door.
The lighthouse door. All of a sudden, out of the thin air, you see a shimmer of light begin to, and as it goes clockwise, it opens, and you see a circle like an oval of pure white energy. David holds it, unable to use any other magic. This takes all of his concentration.
I grabbed Drogo. And Bud and Trash King and the there you have to go through.
Zar's afraid!
Go, Zarj!
Zarj, you got this!
Oh! And you just see the Trash King like holding on. They're gone.
Come on, Roger.
Go.
Last time you all disintegrated! And he walks through.
It's not the crazy one where like our skin.
No.
Okay.
Bud, go.
It's like, it's really short.
A new life.
Just crossed a new threshold. And he crosses through.
Ready?
Let's go. David,
Let's go.
ready?
I'm
On to
gonna
you.
I'm gonna just begin to walk forward and
We all go.
not go until I can't go
Head
until
in?
you're all
Yeah.
in.
Very good.
Should I
You should have cast fireball.
kill us all?
While it has only been about a day, it has been months of players' times since you have returned to Gerunduk. As the portal closes behind you, you find yourself in the tallest spire, overlooking a bustling Gerunduk. Outside, even though the wall to this tower is smashed open, you see that there is now scaffolding built. You also notice out and about many of the townspeople from the northern tribe, as well as all of the people from Ilden, and Vinar Lorne's men, the true steward of Terrafon, have begun to build small houses. They've also torn down many trees, more than normal people would be able to tear down, because they have the help of a beast and a man with a very large hand. You notice that they have made good progress in a very short amount of time. And further off, just outside of the small hilled mountain, you notice that there is a small tent with a clearing. And you see several, what you would assume to be inept soldiers training. It is a bright and sunny day in Gerunduk. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk over.
Did they fix the hole?
There is now stable boards.
It's not been 40 years, right?
It has not been 40 years.
It just looks like the family really helped build this place.
It looks like maybe more time has passed than you thought.
Okay. But the family's really.
I'm
We'll
gonna
talk to the family if you'd like.
There's another tavern built.
There was already one built.
There was
Remember?
a tavern built.
There's like for each day.
In the same amount of time as the Dollar General, the tavern was built.
So, has Lexi... Sorry.
No, you can go first.
Okay, thank you. Has Lexi been to Gerunduk?
Yes.
Yes.
What, in game?
Yes. Several times.
Yeah, I don't think you were here. It was.
Yeah, he
It was.
Yeah, but she has.
Okay, she has. Okay. So I would recognize this.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over to Rogair.
Nothing. Please. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna walk over to Rogair. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I'm gonna point towards Vinar's tent. You go get yourself that day job.
Well, not without a recommendation, of course.
His
I hand him a
day
piece
job
of-
is to travel with
It's
us.
his recommendation.
Yeah, you just.
David, we don't want to get. I mean, he can work days here, but you want to go back and adventure with us, right?
No.
I
No,
inside
I
him.
don't.
Okay.
You inside him?
That's a
While you incite him, I want.
17.
Maybe a small part of him does.
I
Maybe.
want to.
Deep down, past the fear.
I'm gonna look at him and I want to persuade him. You've grown so much. Yes, you too. You want to adventure with us.
Persuasion.
You he's just.
Do you want to
gonna
come
be
with me? No. Yes, you do.
16.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but not today.
Oh no, not today.
Not
But
today.
Good to know.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Thank you for all of your help.
Yes. So no one's going to recommend me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right, yes, well.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do that? Or we don't have, I don't want to be like,
Well,
Yeah, we'll do that.
we do need to talk to Vina
Yes.
about the preparations for the war.
You head down. You head down into the main citadel castle. You come across several guards. It's good to have you back. And it's good to have you back. And you also run into Roger's old friend.
Maybe he'll go on the night guard for you.
As you walk through, you notice that most of the cots in the main grand chamber have been removed, as though people are no longer squatting. They have gone out into the town outside of Gerunduk. As you all know, Gerunduk was a forsaken fortress, and through the magic of you breaking the curse, it regained much of its splendor, a la Beauty and the Beast. As it has regained much of its magical ability and much of its beauty, it still needs a lot of work. The red tapestries and red carpets still look rather tattered, but this is a warmer place than it was. The dungeons, however, are completely sealed off. Where would you like to go?
Vinar.
Vinar to give the
Perfect.
recommendation.
You guys head out of the castle down into the main little city that's being built. They're doing proper city landscaping. They have several roads already built, so that way they can build town buildings in an appropriate way. And as you near Vinar Lorne's tent, you see a short, shabby man dressed in armor that you don't think he could afford as he approaches. He has a very long scroll, and there are about 4 people viciously jotting notes down behind him as he points at several things. It's about time I get to play. My name is Kevin. I play Kelix. I'm her dad, kind of. And here we go. Adventurers! It is good to see you!
Hi, Felix.
Hey guys, what's going on?
We just got back from the lighthouse. We're going to go see Vinar and recommend Roger to for
the day guard.
the day guard.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Looks like you've gotten a lot done around here.
Only me, if you know what I mean. Bureaucracy.
Are there is there like someone with like his banner?
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the people is carrying a banner with a circle.
It looks like that.
With a small X near it that obviously Helix drew very quickly so that he would have a banner.
Just a circle and an X.
That's it.
On a banner? Okay.
That's it.
Felix,
Slightly touching it, but not.
how long have we been gone?
I don't know, about 5 days.
Okay. We lose track of time, you know.
Oh, I know.
Especially Clara.
That's why I guys had you sign that contract.
Especially Clara. That's why you
I never
don't
signed the
have her
contract.
clean for you anymore.
I just don't have anything to do with the contract.
Yeah,
neither do I.
you do.
I do?
I'm pretty sure.
Was that
What's
the
your name, Gil?
No, that... Who? Who's Gil?
I don't know. All right. Well, anyways,
Kevin.
what?
Lexi.
Lexi.
Yes, Lexi. Lexi Mox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have you filed in my contracts.
I mean, I'm running with this crew now.
Oh, look,
yeah, we,
look, it's right here.
Do you have
Definitely wrote it.
wrong?
Helix, do you have the correct permit scroll for everything you're doing?
Oh my gosh. You two? First I go to Vinar Lorne and he says, you got to get the water irrigation system up. And then I go to the quartermaster. And the quartermaster said, have you read my book? And I said, no, I haven't read your book. I don't want to read your book. I just want to get a permit so I can get the water irrigation system up. And he says, you can't get the water irrigation system up until you have plans for the plumbing. So then I went to the plumber. The plumber said, we don't work 9 to 5 during the weekends. And I said, but I can't get nothing done. So I have all these people, and they're working, and I told them over there, I said, I want you to start on the water treatment facility. Really, all it is it's just a building near the river, and we're gonna pump water out of the river, so that way people aren't drinking their pee.
Good.
Sounds pleasant.
That's why people have been drinking beer right now.
I hand him my permit scroll from Ilden that said we could have a shot in the town.
Oh, all right, all
And
right.
this is an official scroll.
All right. So
Permit.
you're going to need to file that with the city clerk.
I was gonna give it to you so you could build something.
Listen, Lyra, I'm going to level with you. I'm going to level real hard. Things are moving quick here. If you want to be on the up and up, you're going to have to get with the people in the know. It's a total free-for-all right now. Nobody's got money. Nobody has prestige. It's a total grab. Everyone's running. And nobody cares that I was a guardian of Ritchea and lived for 100 years. Nobody cares. My credentials mean nothing.
We're gonna go see Vinar.
Okay, you guys enjoy that.
Bye, Helix.
Remember, guys, your journey is long. You don't have to talk to everybody.
We need to talk to everybody.
That's where you're wrong.
So, have we moved ourselves away a little bit?
Oh, yeah. He is shouting just so many orders at these 4 people.
Who are they? Do we recognize
You do
them?
not recognize them.
Hey. So, who the hell was that?
That was
That's Helix.
He's the mayor of
He said
Ilden.
he's your, dad?
I was dropped off at his doorstep when I was a baby, an infant.
And he doesn't look like a caterpillar, right?
No.
I'm gonna make that clear.
He's a short man.
He's not a short caterpillar green guy.
No,
No.
he's a short man.
But he has the face of Kevin.
Okay, so
That's what I always pictured too.
just off a little bit. Okay, perfect.
Clara was pretty much a slave for him.
So that everybody knows,
He
in
makes great
future,
soup.
Kevin the Caterpillar likes to play in every game, and he cheats. Just so everyone knows.
And he is the only one that can cheat.
Yes.
For now.
Who can get away with it? But we don't cheat in this
He
game.
defeated Sauron in at 20.
Saurex, not
Sauron,
Sauron
sorry.
from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yes. Saurex.
So, Helix was the mayor of Ilden, and that's who we rented our bakery from, and that's where we met Clara, and she was his servant, and he
raised
finally
me.
gave her her freedom, though.
It sounds like he was your owner.
No, I was treated very kindly, but since he didn't know why I was dropped on his door, he figured that I could pay him back from all the years of him raising me, that I would clean his home.
Sounds
But
like
it turned-
slavery, but okay.
Yeah, you know about, yeah.
But he makes
I
great
don't know
soup.
how a real home is, so it was fine.
Yeah, because when she came to live with us at the bakery, we couldn't even all fit sleep in there. It was so small.
Home is where your trash is. Like where all your stuff is.
Is Trevian been grabbing stuff?
She's never really owned more stuff than she can carry.
You need more bags.
Sounds
And he just
like-
keeps putting stuff in one bag.
Well, it's like he's just grabbing stuff from
Oh, 100%.
everywhere.
100%. Anything that's on the road, anything that nobody's watching, he's been grabbing.
So that's like
putting in
a
his bag.
giant pipe that he just.
Yeah, you definitely saw him put a rake in his bag.
Mary Poppins style. So we're gonna ignore the fact that Trash King 5 minutes ago put a whole rake in his tiny little vest.
If you're not watching your stuff, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, but he put
Sounds
an entire
like it.
rake in his bag.
Yeah, we all know he's got a magic bag. He just pretends not to. We know.
So why
Roger
did-
is just continuing to walk toward the tent of
Yeah,
Vinar.
Oh, I assume we've been
Continue,
walking
please.
with walking.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Just
Yeah,
talking.
we were
Walking,
walking,
and talking,
talking.
walking and talking.
I mean, otherwise Trevian would have been picking us off up and just be sitting there.
So you guys head up. You've reached the large tent. So this tent is the largest in the town. It's one of those big ones that kind of comes to a point. It's got 4 different points. It takes up most of the square of where the city will be. So you assume that this is where they'll probably build like a town hall or something like that. The flaps are open, and inside you hear rather loud discussion.
Can
Open it up.
we do a perception check to
perception.
listen to what they're saying?
Passive perceptions.
15.
17.
So
13.
you're not making 17.
13.
17.
17. So you're hearing that it sounds like it's Gareth and Vinar Lorne discussing military strategy.
Okay, we're privy to that information. I think we can go in.
Okay.
Okay, you walk on in. You also notice as you walk in, there are several head figures of the towns. Darius is sitting over to the corner. They're all watching intently. You guys kind of enter silently. Open up, brush the tent aside, and you walk in. Darius is over in one corner. Ritchea is not present, neither is Cecil or Jojo Domino. You notice that Vinar Lorne is talking loudly with Gareth. Vinar Lorne is behind what looks like a council table. Gareth is simply shouting at Vinar Lorne. Olga is sitting in a chair next to Vinar Lorne. Olga is the person who runs the Barbarians of the North, as Helix likes to call them.
Yes.
You also notice that there are several familiar faces from the town of Ilden. Don John makes his presence known in the shadows of the corner of the tent. You also see Eleanor, who's standing next to Darius. They are all listening intently. As you walk in, you hear the tail end of the conversation as Gareth looks and slams his fist down in front of Vinar Lorne. Listen. I know that you have things that you want to do a little different, and I respect that. But Malix is not a man to give time to. We need to starve him out of Terrafon. Burn the crops. You understand, the faster we move and the more damage we cause, the more likely he is to surrender. Vinar notices you enter. We will discuss this later. Adventurers, welcome back. Darius sees you, and his eyes light up. Adventurers! It is I, Darius, the first prophet of Astarius. It is good to see you. Did you forget me? On your many exploits these past 5 days.
Well, of course not, Darius.
I'm still not okay with you.
Yeah.
Used his magic. My little girl.
Oh, that's weird.
Hey, at least you didn't say the full magic, please.
He is telling the story incorrectly. Friends, what news have you of the Star Touched?
Do we want to talk about all of this here? Do we want to... Is Farasha here?
She is not.
Do we want to talk about this with Farasha?
Ah! A secret executive meeting. Vina, will this be appropriate? Vidar kneels his head up. I mean, of course, you are the rightful rulers of all of the Middle Kingdom, of course. I am simply here if you need help. Well then, Vina has no problem with it. I see no problem with it. Perhaps we should commensurate immediately. He's gone.
Are we gone too, or?
No.
Okay.
He reappears. I'm so sorry. We should meet in Varasha's chambers.
All right.
Believe that you can meet me there, and you will. That was incredibly cryptic.
I mean,
As he's pulling a gavel off of one of the tables.
I'm gonna try to not have that happen.
You walk over to try to stop him?
Yeah.
Very well. You just kind of put your hand on him, and he looks at you and goes behind you and then does it.
Does anyone... Did Zarsh come with us?
Zarsh is just standing looking at everyone.
Does anyone, like...
Oh, I mean,
weirded
yeah.
out by that?
I mean, everyone is, like, excited that you're here. They see a goblin stealing things. They see a giant elephant made of trash. And they notice Roger with his helmet off in his hand. And he's got his pike and his helmet, and he just keeps going like this. Just waiting.
Is Bud also there?
He's waiting.
Oh, yes. Vinar,
Yes.
we
All of us together, all
Yeah.
5 of us.
Yeah.
think that you should promote Roger to the Day Guard.
And not the Night Guard. He's proven
Capable.
very useful and capable.
Him?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe not like the front gate Day Guard, but like...
Okay, where would you like to be positioned?
Where do your strengths lie?
Well,
Speak.
honestly, I would like the same position, but in the daytime.
By the tower?
You did well.
Sir! And he curtsies.
Um,
Yeah, I can make that happen.
Thank you.
Make that happen. Is that all?
There was. I mean, should we invite him to? I feel like this knowledge would be useful for him as well. Would you care to join us?
I would be honored to be privy to that information, yes.
Yes.
Darius is incredibly powerful, but he's a little spacey. I feel like his time in away has altered his perception.
Yeah. Have we really only been gone 5 days?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised to see you back so soon. Was your adventure fruitful?
We learned a lot of information. I don't know if we know exactly how to use all of it yet.
Maybe pieces that we can put together with the help of Darius.
Very well.
Let's open the book and.
We know where Varash's chambers are, don't we?
Yeah.
I looked at
But-
Emily and I believe.
But we believe.
Yeah.
Believe that we will be in Varash's chambers, and so we shall
Is
be.
this a scary place? It's a chamber.
No, like
No,
a
it's
bedroom
like a
chamber.
bedroom.
Oh, sure.
So let's go.
I believe.
Nothing happens.
I
And I,
open the book.
I'm just picturing the I believe song.
I was gonna. Yes.
I cast fly on myself.
I guess.
So you each have a moment of just like, you know what? I believe I can get there too. And then you start to realize as nothing happens that maybe it was a metaphor.
Well, I feel like I remember how to get there, so
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
believe I
yeah.
can get there.
Well,
Is
everybody
this
is this
where
way.
Well, okay,
Yes.
never
Did we see
mind.
the child in the moonlight?
This way. Let's
Yes,
go.
I think that was.
Yes.
I didn't
So
see
we know
that.
how to get there.
Yep.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
about we just go there?
Yeah, I believe we can get there.
I mean, I know how to get there.
We believe.
Yeah,
we
that's
have
what I
the.
mean, I do
We have
I
the
was
knowledge.
We have the knowledge to
misconstrued.
go
We
there.
have the
Go
knowledge
there.
to get there.
All right.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
begin to.
You guys
go.
disperse and head toward the castle.
Yeah.
As you head toward the castle, Trash King does not follow you, neither does Rogier. On your way to the castle, rather abruptly, a man comes bolting out of the tavern. He is dressed in golden armor. He has beautiful white hair, like a silver fox. Sharp blue eyes. And he approaches you.
Is it Ned?
It is Ned.
Yes.
Ned.
Basse! Good friends of all! How's your adventures been?
I've been good.
Oh, Ned.
How was your
Hi.
adventure?
Honestly, quite inebriated.
Is Len with you?
Len's inside.
Do I hear any like?
The Golden Inquisition will rise. Again.
All right, Ned. Well, we'll come back.
Come
and
on,
catch
I'll
up
get
with
you a drink. I get you a drink.
Wait, Ned.
We'll come
No,
back.
no.
We are finishing an important mission.
Yeah, we just gotta go meet someone in their chamber.
Also, Ned, you do know that we're preparing a military excursion soon, and you're drinking.
Yeah, we're doing a military incursion soon. Of course I'm drinking.
Hey, is
You should be drinking and celebration after, not before. You should be preparing.
Honestly, I'll do both.
So, I'm
a founder here. I have my own mug.
Question for
Is he
the
holding the
DM.
mic?
No.
Okay.
Question for the DM. I know the Golden Inquisition. I always thought they were paladins. Meeting Len, I don't really think he is. I kind of thought Ned was, but normally they don't get inebriated. So
Interesting.
is there any way for me to try to like insight? Like maybe he's not as holy as I thought.
Sure.
Uh, 18, I believe. Yes, 18.
You're not sure.
I keep that thought in my head.
You know,
It's weird to me.
you know that he's drunk. Maybe he doesn't have a problem.
No disease.
hey Ned has how's Len doing on his ammo?
Oh yeah, did you find him any ammo?
No, it's incredibly rare. He's been telling all kinds of stories about you, though. He's a real riot.
He's been talking.
Yeah, of course. Len never shuts up.
What?
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, I've never heard him talk.
Yeah.
I've heard him
Len.
grunt.
Yeah, he grunts a lot.
Guy's a
How far from the tavern are we?
He just walked out of the tavern.
Like, I just go peek my head in the tavern to hear if I hear Len talking.
Len is just sitting over a glass of, like a mug, and you're not sure. He's just
I
drinking through his helmet.
I want to
Yeah, okay.
imagine that he's just.
And then I walk back out like, hey, that's exactly what I thought I was going to see, but...
Well, remember, first round is on me.
It's
Yeah, I
daytime.
got okay.
He walks back. It's like early daytime.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's
Continue on.
This way.
back to the adventure music.
Wonder if he's had a.
Hey, should we get
Travel.
some horses, or are we
No,
gonna have?
no, it's not that.
I mean, you're just, yeah, you can get
We're
there in 2
literally,
minutes.
it's
Man, I
in this
wonder
town.
if
Perfect,
he's had
perfect,
any
perfect. You
I
guys
remember
walk back
that.
up to the castle.
Fingers
As you get to the castle, you walk up several flights of stairs. Having just had a vision of this, you know exactly where a chamber is. As you reach the chamber, there is a large statue of Astarius blocking the way
To the bedroom,
to where a bedroom door should be.
and there's a wall.
There is a statue.
I touch it. Is it real?
Feels real.
Oh, it's not an illusion. It's not
Feels
like
real.
a magic thing.
I would like to try and
Believe I can
drill
pass the
out of
wall.
it. I believe that I can get into it.
So David walks up and goes, I believe I can go through this. And he does.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it's an illusion. Perfect. I also believe. Whoop.
Okay.
Head right through.
I thought we got lost. I was gonna use detect magic on Darius to like a
The
home.
whole castle.
Well, it feels like stone, but it must not be.
You head on it. You guys head up another flight of stairs to a beautifully decorated red door.
Not like the Mario red door.
Doesn't have rivets.
Wait, was it?
Not. I'll knock. Knock.
Come in, please, come in.
I'm gonna open the door for everybody.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
You head in, and you see You see Darius. He's standing with Barasha. Cecil is unconscious on the bed.
The same state.
The same
when we
state.
left.
And a small little sack of flour runs up to you.
He's not in his.
He is not in his mech. his
toast
spread
mech.
mech suit. Yes, it's me, Jojo Domino.
Hello,
He
Jojo.
runs up and hugs you.
Hello.
It's so nice to see you guys. Guess what?
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 Cecil's still unconscious.
Oh, no.
I blame myself.
No, Jojo, it's
No,
not your
no.
fault.
No,
Jojo,
I
you
do. I
should've.
blame myself completely.
Jojo.
Here,
I'm
look.
shattered inside.
I brought you Drogo. You two can play.
Drogo, don't try to eat me. I hug you. He hugs him. Drogo, I teach you a song. Jojo Domino. Jojo Domino. Hey guys, it's me, Jojo Domino.
We
Okay.
forgot the
No,
last
no,
part.
no.
Don't
Guys, I
sing
have to
this
be
at night.
quiet.
Which is not nice.
Cecil's sleeping.
I don't.
Is Varasha in here? Varasha and
Farasha
Darius?
is.
Are
Real
they-
quick, has Lexi met this talking bag of flour?
Yes.
I just wasn't there for that game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, because otherwise I'm gonna be like,
Your lover was covered in paint in that game.
okay. So
And burgundy.
I'm okay with the fact that
Yeah,
your
You
hair.
weren't, but yeah, it's
Okay,
growing on you.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Just like it will with the audience.
Burgundy.
Darius and Varasha, is it okay if I look at Cecil's eyes? And Montague and Lexi, you were there in that vision, right?
Yes.
And
wait,
I'm
which
gonna
one?
I'm gonna very, very slightly like pull up her eyelid to see if, because they saw the void in her eyes in the vision.
Okay.
I want you guys to come look and see if it looks the same.
Are you okay with this, Montague?
I'm okay with this. Is the bed aligned with the window like
It
the
is.
villain? Or the
You open
vision?
her eyes. As soon as you do, a wave of nausea washes over you. You feel the sickness creep down into your stomach, and there's a flash of green light. As you kind of look around, you notice that the entire room you are in looks decrepit. You see black moss growing along the walls. With another flash, it's gone.
Looking around the room, do I notice them reacting to this?
Well, they are.
Us.
Varasha and Darius,
Dare come closer. Is she alright?
what do her eyes look like?
Stars.
Yes, she's star touched.
Yeah. Darius, do you see her? What color are her eyes?
Hazel?
Are
Is
you
that what you
looking
see
at
right
them?
now?
Look at them.
Hazel?
There's a bug.
Brasha, what do you see it?
I do not.
Well,
Looking at the window, what's in the window? It's just
You will head out and look at the window. As you look out the window, you notice that there is a sickness in the trees. The sunshine seems to be slightly dimmer.
can I try to close the blinds?
So you close the blinds.
no. What are you doing? No, stop. Whoa.
Right on Montague.
David, I open back up.
Well, wait. What happens if we close the blinds and then check out her eyes?
No, we're not doing that.
I want to go up to the moss. I want to touch it.
Do we see it right now?
So you don't see it right now, but you go up to where it was.
Okay.
And you touch it. Nothing happens. The colors seem dimmer here. And Darius looks very concerned looking at all of you.
Trash King?
Trash King is not here.
Maybe like Trash King and Roger couldn't see what we could see. Something happened. And they're not seeing it.
Seeing what?
When we left the lighthouse, a black mirror shattered. And when we came to, we all saw something different.
Darius, she's touched.
Star touched.
We all
It's like she's
In-
seeing a void world.
in the lighthouse. We all had dreams, visions of our past lives, our lives past. In each one of them, we saw Eldrix.
He leans back.
We feel
We were there the night that
The night.
Varasha went
To Baba
to Baba Yar. We saw the Baba Yar in
Yep.
Cecil's chambers.
The Balaya?
The Baba Yar.
But she's dead.
It was the past.
It was the past. She
It was what's
Did you notice anything strange? Any small detail that you might be forgetting? Tell me everything.
She knew that Varasha was on her way to see her
in the woods.
in the woods.
And when
I know all of this. This is when she made the terrible deal.
No,
But she
did
was
you
in the
see
bedroom.
Montague, the moonlight in Cecil's eyes?
Yes.
the Baba Yar, right?
Yes.
Bala.
Baba Yar raised Cecil's head to the moonlight, saying she will be star touched.
She will be star-touched in the moonlight.
And then the moon went out.
It went red.
Like a blood moon.
Like a blood moon.
Is there anything else? Any thread? Did you each have a vision?
Yes, that was just one vision.
I mean, is it important that Don John and another knight went to right after Varasha as Keelix and another knight went?
The Guardians, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were there. It was one of many visions we had of the past.
So
We
you
all
remember
had
this
one.
happening?
Yes, I was there. My little girl.
That's when you cast a spell on
I
her.
cast a spell to protect her. I locked her in Jojo Domino. Well, he wasn't Jojo Domino then. But I locked her spirit there. And of course, you know the rest. You saved her. You saved me. You took
But
up my cookbook and used my magic and you broke the curse.
But in that memory, there was no Cecil being star-touched. It's like we all had memories, and then there was something added to them, and Elgrix was involved in all of them.
Hendrix, you keep mentioning his name.
He was in all of our dreams, nightmares, visions.
It's not what we remember.
Memories?
Memories?
It was all in
There's always
some way.
It's like they changed our
It's
point of
like
view
we were
forever.
seeing what really happened, or they were trying to put an image in our head of something that didn't happen. We're not even sure if this is what happened, but this makes me think this is proof that this did happen to her.
Was there anything that Elgrix said or did Anything?
We wouldn't escape. That this is our nightmare.
You saw him.
At the very
Yes,
end.
we saw him in the
And he
throne
could
room of
see us.
Terrafon. And he had the staff with the crescent.
Eat.
His face goes dark. I know who he is. He had the staff.
He had the staff.
And the journal. A Star Touch journal.
I know who he is. Intermission.
Oh.
No!
Who is he? Who is he?
I think.
and welcome back. All right, guys, we have a little bit more left in us tonight. The heroes are talking to the archwizard Darius, who just said he knows who Eldrix is.
Who is he?
Who
Whom?
is he?
And right before he says it, he dies. No,
Plot point. He Elgris
Yo.
won.
Plot point. He doesn't die.
Oh, plot point against plot point.
But she has two.
All right. Darius looks at each of you.
I
Let's
don't
get
have
some
any.
music back. Music back on. There we go. I know who he is. He looks over at Varasha. She looks down. Paltus.
How?
I thought he was dead. I couldn't stop him. He wishes to reunite the scepter.
How has he stayed alive?
I do not know.
What happens if you reunite?
You immediately think of the crows on the tree of Ilden.
How many of them broke?
Two.
There were
Two.
12.
Just 2. There were 13.
All of them at the end did.
No, because the thing the tree got hit by a what's it called, catapult ball.
What happens if the scepter is connected?
The scepter of Astarius will be reunited. It is a weapon of incredible power. He pauses for a moment as horror overcomes him. But only if the believers of Astarius stand behind it. Only if the faith is strong.
Is that why they're trying to kill everyone who believes?
Done.
Don't you dare say it.
We have to keep the faith of Astarius.
Well,
Well,
if we're able to get the other part of the staff and connect it, could we defeat him?
I do not know.
Could you?
Paltus was not as strong as... He stops. He can be beaten.
Strong as who?
It does not matter.
Could you convince your people to believe in Istis?
Yeesh.
Your people of your town, could you?
I do not know this name.
Astarius.
Ah, yes.
Alright. Do you think you could get your people behind?
Well, I think we need to get everybody behind.
I know, but
Astarius.
you were gonna be second in command at your town. They seem to really respect you.
I don't know how Quar has been doing in these times. I haven't been back there for
could we ask?
since that dream.
At this moment, Vinar Lorne steps forward. He's been watching from the doors as he followed you in. Might I have a suggestion?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Before you left, you had a plan. Do you still wish to go through with it?
I would think, yeah. Do you guys even remember the plan?
Well, it wasn't a full-out plan.
I remember the plan.
It was not a good plan.
David, what was the plan?
It was you would send some of your men to try to take back the
Fort Tenris, yes.
Fort Tenris, as we started a bakery in Welfta.
I didn't think that's where you landed.
Well, Lyra brought it up as
Damn it, Ulrich.
I'm so sorry. Because the bakery in Welfta is magical because of Darius. We have our magical baked goods that can do
Horror comes over his face.
No. Magic in the good way. It's like
I thought you were going to go free slaves.
We were
Some
gonna
of
do
us
that,
did.
but there was also
Because that's what I did.
Yeah.
there was a.
Sorry, that came across kind of harsh. I'm sure you guys have freed slaves in your time.
I thought you were going to go to the
Yeah.
fields.
We
south
did
of-
slave. I freed one
Did
slave.
slave.
Okay. Anyways.
I thought you were going to go to the fields south of Terrafon and free the slaves.
Yeah, that was the.
That was the second plan.
Yeah, that was the second plan.
That we
to-
agreed on.
Yeah, to get the people on. The
To get more people
Elf.
to back us.
The elf.
And to
Yeah.
rescue the elves and hopefully get them to join with us.
the bakery idea was to get the town of Welfta on our side.
Well, hold on there, David. Eric Fiddlefinger, he was a part of that plan, and what I remember you telling me is that that plan was not good. The baking plan involved a lot of unnecessary
It did seem
assets.
convoluted.
It
was
was very
complicated.
convoluted. Don didn't like the plan.
It was too complicated.
It was
It was
complicated,
very
yes.
complicated, but seeing
We did
Well,
land
I will
on
the
say
bases are.
that if you wish to get people to worship Istarius, she is the main patron of Terrafon. If we can liberate Terrafon from the grasp of General Malix,
Yes, that was the last plan.
then perhaps we could reignite the faith.
But that's the hard part.
yeah,
He's taking over the town that
What was that name?
Terrathon?
General Malik.
Gushwin Malix?
Gershwin, yeah.
Yeah, I got
General
it.
Gershwin
Who?
Malik.
I don't know his first name.
I mean, I got his shield. I'm
I'm sorry,
point
don't,
at it.
don't we know that?
Yeah, we know Gushwin. I'm gonna point at my shield.
You would.
Yeah,
You would not.
I might.
I think you would too.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
Barnabas.
You wouldn't know his first. Do they know his first name?
Yeah,
I
think
would.
they do.
I would because my
But
Barnabas
it's,
knew him.
but it's kind of pulling it together. You guys have heard. This is the first you're hearing it, and you've met Ira and Naya.
Yes.
So now you know. You're kind of piecing it together.
And my entire drink didn't have Algrix in it at all. It had only Malix.
But in your vision, Malix was
Okay.
a good guy.
Well, he was riding on a
Malix
horse.
is a good man.
I mean,
Darius takes a step forward and takes
Do you
the seat.
feel like Malix is a good man?
I mean, think about it.
Wait, let's listen to what he has to say.
Farasha? Farasha takes a step. Gushwin was one of my protectors. He was one of my knights. He's the one that's causing the destruction in Terrafon?
Yes.
There was.
There's anger.
Corruption.
There's anger because somewhere someone did something. They mistreated him
I
for
bel-
being a half elf.
I believe it's not his fault. I believe he's star touched also.
Yeah, I mean, Queen Varasha, Gushwin, or Malix and Keelix did go to your room to check on Cecil. As I'm not gonna point because they're not there. As
We're here.
Don, no, I mean like Don John.
We have to help him.
Yeah,
The only Malix I've known has not been a good man, but if you say that he was at one point, he can probably be
Do you
can
think
probably
he's,
be brought
I believe
back.
it was Eldris who did this to him.
do you think he's star touched?
He was there
He
that
was star
night.
touched.
What does this star touched mean?
It's something that Eldris.
Do you touch the stars?
It's
We
like
don't
a deep.
know.
It's a dark magic. I don't. Darius,
I
it's
found this
nothing.
book.
It's like nothing.
Darius looks at it. And?
I haven't read it, but it's about
He uses
shadows.
Mage Hand and pulls it to him.
We changed.
I can't read this.
It's
an
abyssal. I remember.
I still can't read it.
I
You
will.
you can cast a spell to read it.
Not right now.
I thought maybe it could give us some insight. I mean, shadows, star touch, darkness.
Of course. I understand. I'll put it on my list. And he tosses it over and there's a huge stack of books. And he puts it near the bottom.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go grab it.
What? You just gave it to me.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that it gets read, so I will read it for you and I'll translate.
Wow, very good. Yes. I have much important reading to do.
I see.
Sorry, Jamie, I've got static clinging to the plexiglass. Your hair is like sticking to
That's so
it.
funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I believe that Eldris is causing the Star Touch. He gained some power.
Maybe, Palpus has something to do with it too.
I can't hear you.
What's his name?
Paltus?
Paltus has something to do with it.
I believe that Elgrix is Paltus. I believe that whatever this being
maybe
has
this-
consumed
Wait, Poultice?
Paltus.
But maybe
Like
Paltus.
poultry?
No. Barasha's brother.
But maybe the Star Touch was created when he became Elgrix.
Perhaps. These are things that we must answer.
Wait.
What is our next step?
Well, if you think Malix is a good man, and Malix is the one forging war against us and trying to literally kill everyone following Astaria, then I think we have to stop him, but we also have to keep the faith of her alive.
I mean, like,
Will saves.
everybody.
Everybody.
That one.
Nat 20!
Ooh.
I got that one.
That one is going to do it.
16.
I got that.
And I have to 20, Nat 20
A
was
9.
7.
That's not going
9.
to do it, I think.
The three of you fail. You succeed.
16.
You succeed. Woo. So, as you're talking, as they're discussing the plan, you just have emblazoned them with motivation. All of a sudden, for the three of you, the conversation feels muted. Almost as though you're being pulled away. You're still there, but all the voices are just kind of like her voice. We should be...
Do I recognize this?
Not again. Stop it. Not right now.
Can you tell your pixie to go away? And guys,
I'm going to
pay
shake her.
attention.
I'm going to shake her shoulder.
Yeah, because they do seem like they're in a daze. So as you guys kind of yell, shaking it out, the voice stops.
Yesin,
You guys all right?
can you please
The
leave
voice.
Alexi alone right now?
No, Lyra. That's the same voice I heard that night.
Yeah, that didn't sound like Yesin. That sounded deeper in the register.
Oh, you're hearing it too. You're
That's
not,
the voice I heard at the lighthouse.
When you saw the mirror?
Yes, I saw the green light and the mirror was black, and then I sat back down and I heard that voice.
Who else heard it?
I was asleep.
I thought she was just hearing things. I didn't hear it.
Montague, did you hear the voice?
No, he was sleeping too.
I heard it now.
You heard it
You
now?
heard it right now?
Yes.
What did it say?
Just
I didn't
Whispers.
recognize the language.
You didn't recognize the language?
No.
That's not good.
So,
You each, the three of you, just kind of like a flash, you see the mirror.
when we see this flash, is it full of pain? Is the mirror glass in the frame? Or is it...
It is no glass. It is just pure darkness in the frame of the mirror.
Stars?
No
Or
stars.
just darkness?
Darius, do you know of a mirror?
Ooh. All right. Let's see if he knows of the mirror.
Can I also
Why'd you say
drew a
that?
rough sketch of it when they were messing around.
You did.
I mean, it's not that great, but any bad.
You should color.
This one might be better.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm staging me. I roll for it. I got a 10.
You draw nothing like this.
Didn't.
Papa, he draws exactly that.
Does he remember?
Oh, let's roll. We got distracted.
The nice mirror.
Ooh, I just completely rolled away from everything.
Are you rolling the evil die?
I am rolling the evil die.
Can't roll the
you want me
evil
to roll
die
the
for
nice
Darius?
die?
Roll the nice die.
Roll the
Yeah,
Daria.
you
Roll
gotta
the
roll
nice
the Dari dice.
Here's the nice die.
Ding!
Here is the evil die.
Ugh.
Whoa. 10.
But he's got a plus 10.
I don't think he does actually.
I'm pretty sure Kevin.
I've got his sheet. So he would have a plus knowledge.
Probably
18. He's an 18. He's a plus 8. So okay. So he looks, and he begins to think about it and realizing that 18's not going to get it.
Even with his drawing help.
Wait! No, I've never heard of a mirror. In the lighthouse, you say? Varasha? Have you heard of a lighthouse with a mirror? Varasha? Nods her head. My father talked about it once. I don't know if I can remember it.
Is there some place you would have it written down?
Can you try to think?
I can try, but it will
it had-
require a great... It's so lost. It's been so long.
It had like powers. See?
The broken glass, you couldn't pick it up. It would cut you, cut through
Sharp
anything.
Sharp is a...
She will roll.
Can I?
If she fails, she will not know it.
But you need to remember.
Can we try to explain it to her?
Check
What
them
it
out.
looked like?
Do we realize that? I know you've said this, Dustin.
I think you deserve inspiration.
But you're so inspiring.
Plot point, she remembers.
You wish to use your plot point to make her remember?
I do.
Then it's done.
Okay. Do we know though that we were supposed to forget, but we remember?
You know that
Our
you
characters know
remembered
this?
something, and there's a part of you that just believes you should not know it.
Do we know what that is?
You do not know
and
what it is.
we haven't talked about it amongst
Correct.
ourselves.
And they've started, and they started to feel sick.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we kind of...
Okay.
That a brick disappeared, but that's true. That's just
All right,
magic.
guys, this is fairly big. I didn't think okay.
You gave us a
You
gave
gave
us
us
a plot point,
Yeah.
and we used it.
Plot point in effect.
When the gods still lived, there was one who wished to give a great gift. Ordos, the god of magic. This name is unfamiliar to all of you. Made a mirror, several mirrors. He spread them across the world. A gift to unite us. Those who looked in the mirror's black glass, as it was tainted with the power of another god. I do not know. But perhaps it wasn't tainted, more imbued. But not anymore. Something has infected his gift. They are incredibly dangerous. And they will tell you anything you want to know. But it comes at a terrible price. Inside your minds, you hear, that must be paid.
Didn't Maul L say that there was a price to pay?
Yeah, but I thought that was.
Sure did.
Thought
The
that.
lighthouse was
To enter the
signet
lighthouse.
to
To
we
the mirror.
entered the mirror.
But is there still a price to be paid when the mirror was shattered?
Guys.
Did it tell... Is that what told us what we wanted to know? Because what it told me, I didn't want to know.
Wait, did we go in the mirror? Is it,
We came out of it.
It didn't tell me what I didn't want to...
but wait, maybe there's no lighthouse. Maybe it was a mirror.
Or the lighthouse just is where the mirror was held, and that's what Ma El has been protecting.
So Maul L knew about this,
The knowledge, it wasn't the books, it was the
It
mirror.
is the mirror.
reflecting the
And
knowledge.
we all used
to
it
us.
by walking in the lighthouse. And it told us... That's what it told us about all of our past.
Everything's connected through Eldrix.
Who's Poultice,
Who's Poultice?
king of
But how are they
Terrifying.
How are they connected to that if that was created by one of the gods back when the gods were still, you know, the main gods were believed to be alive and widely worshipped?
And there were gifts, and there's multiple ones. Well, if there's multiple ones, maybe we can. I don't know.
Varsa, you
Where
said
are-
your father had a mirror? Or he just knew of it?
He knew of it,
Are
Do you
they
know where one was
lost?
located?
and he was kind.
Do you know if were they all broken?
I hope so.
Or they weren't initially evil, right?
They are now.
Perhaps that's how your brother learned of the mirrors.
Clara mentioned that when she saw the mirror.
He's not my brother.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore.
That's awkward.
You must forgive Varosha. Paltus has caused us no shortage of grief.
There's nothing to be forgiven.
Our child lays here. After undergoing so much, and still, she suffers. No more. No more.
Darius, do you know the magic imbued in the staff?
The magic is the light of Astarius. It was given to me as I took up the mantle of the first prophet of Astarius.
Almost
Where-
forgot.
Where is this staff now?
It is safe.
You have it.
Yes,
You
I have
Remember?
a shard of it, a piece.
How many pieces are there?
3.
3 pieces?
3! Not 1 or 2, nay to 4, but 3.
3.
Where
5 is right.
Where is it right now?
Where is the? Do we have any idea where the other 2 pieces are, or where they were last seen?
I believe you had a piece of it. The eye.
Oh,
Yeah, but okay, the final piece.
with
Wait,
Eldrin.
You guys have a
He has the other side of the staff.
Yeah, wait.
Well,
Farasha has the other, and we have the eye.
You had the eye.
Where is it?
We used it.
Darius,
we don't have it. Clara had
Darius,
it.
Farasha, where is the staff now?
Clara, where's the eye?
The eye was the orb.
She approaches the statue that has blocked her room, and moving a secret compartment, she pulls the staff from it. It is a single crescent. It has a half to where the eye could fit.
Okay. Can I please see it?
Of course. She hands you the staff.
I'd like to investigate around if there's any hidden etching writing
Sure.
into it. 19.
As you hold the staff in your hand, you recognize that the craftsmanship is very reminiscent of the mirror. However, it's not quite as nice. It seems to be made slightly lesser, not as perfect.
Okay.
Still celestial in nature. The staff, you're not sure you could even break it or harm it.
Well, that's not what I want to do at all.
I'm just letting you know that would be what you would glance.
Okay. Well, if Darius, the staff is imbued with the power of Astarius, yes?
I believe, yes.
If the other side is tainted and Eldrix is using it to create the Star Touch, maybe with us here who back Astarius, if we hold staff and we back it, maybe we can reverse this.
If we get the other half, you mean?
No,
No, if the other
If
half is
El-
causing it, maybe this half can reverse it.
I think
Yeah, that sounds
we
like-
might
if it's tainted,
we could try, or we might have to get the other
It's
half
a really
from
good
him.
idea.
I mean, it's.
I'd
we
like
can
to walk in
still
front
try
of the
it.
light, or in front of the window,
Okay.
with the bed, the window, and I'd like to be in the middle of it.
Is the sun shining?
The sun is shining.
I'd like to hold it up.
If the moon is what caused the star touch, the sun through the eye.
Yeah, you kind of hold it up to that position, and then
Indiana
gesture
Jones.
everyone to come
Indiana
and grab it.
Jonesing
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna
I just
close
everybody
my
has to
hand.
come
with
in.
them.
Darius, Rasha, will you join us? And
I do.
Vinar.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. He puts his hand, as you all put your hand on the staff of Astarius,
It's not
as
the
light shines down through it.
I pray to Astarius.
You pray to the god Astarius. Whoo! 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 All right.
This was
a good one.
God rolls.
Is this a
Everybody?
D20 or
D20.
or D10?
Can I just
Or
use my
D100?
plot
All right,
point?
guys.
You just want to burn up plot points.
No, I have
It would be way
Can I use my
cooler to
plot point to
It'd
have
be
this work?
cooler to roll.
Yeah, I
I
I just
Yeah.
rolled a nat 20. What are the odds to roll another one? Not high enough.
Not.
Can
Zach?
Can you guys all roll first?
I rolled a 16.
Can I use an epic feat to?
I don't care what you
I'm gonna use my epic feat to like will this really hard.
Okay.
This gooder.
I got 4. So I want this to work.
That one?
17.
17.
Oh,
Roll like.
Oh, should I use
roll.
my plot point?
Come on, E.
Just roll.
Come on.
what is it?
2.
Very
Right
well.
next to the 20.
All right, so no epic feats have been used, nothing. You
Oh,
guys
I
all-
was gonna use my epic feat.
I know, but you all rolled.
Okay.
So you hold on to it, and nothing happens. It is inert. But you feel the staff begin to it grows warm in your hand.
You guys feel that?
What about Darius and Varasha?
They're not going to roll for this. This is your guys's.
We need to believe.
I.
Kind of tingly.
What happens if we all pray to it even harder?
That's part of
We
it.
saved her once. We can save her again.
We made
Yeah.
a promise.
And we're in this
And-
together.
If we save Cecil,
Cecil.
we saved Cecil once before. It's fate that we save her again.
It's good. It's good.
I was chosen to bring the light of Azeron to Astarius. And I will bring the light of Astarius back to the people of Azeron.
Very good. Clara?
I never knew my purpose of joining your group, but I think fate has led me here.
David Jones.
Fate has led us all together. Fate will guide our way through our journeys.
Lexi Marks.
I don't travel alone anymore. I travel with you guys. And if we've done this before, if there's anything I've learned is first is the worst and second is the best.
Third is the one with the
It's pretty-
hereditary
No,
chest.
it's just 1 and 2.
Darius holds Varasha close. Please, wake our little girl up. Do you use your epic feat?
Yeah.
He uses his epic feat. As you hold the staff in your hand, it begins to glow bright gold. The sun emblazoned. As you look around at each other, you see that your eyes are sparkling with stars. And a breath is heard from the bed. The staff grows red hot, and you each let it go, and it clinks to the ground. Cecil grabs the blanket. Father! Father! And they rush to her. What do you do?
I'm gonna pick up this staff.
You pick it up as it grows less hot and look at an artifact that you believe was made by a god.
Well,
I go over to with Darius and Vrasha.
Jojo, come here.
No, I can't! He's covering his eyes.
Honey, she's awake.
What?
She's awake.
Don't tease me!
I'm
You
gonna.
don't have to be quiet. You can go hug her.
I'm gonna take him over to her and place him down.
Sister? Sister, it's me, Jojo Domino! Jojo Domino's here! He promises to stay quiet!
And he hugs her. So now you see Darius, Varasha, Jojo Domino, and Cecil all hugging one another in the bed.
Her eyes look hazel.
They look hazel.
Our eyes.
Still filled with stars, but as the spell ends, they seem to fade. But you know that they're still there. You each know that they're still there.
David, does the staff seem... Is it burning you, or is it?
I mean,
does it seem like it's calm
It
down?
ain't as hot, but still pretty warm.
I don't think that that's gonna be something we can.
Sorry, it ain't as hot.
It ain't as hot, but I still feel it's warm.
Just cut my beard with things.
You better not.
Montague, do you feel anything on when you touch the staff? I feel like you're the one who got it to activate. I think we all did, but I feel I could feel something coming from you.
I mean, we all believers of Astarius. I'm not better than any one of you.
We're probably better fit to be, if we are infected by this, than that girl.
Cecil.
Cecil.
I don't feel like we're affected in the same way. It knocked her out. I feel fine right now.
There is a terrible crack. It feels like the air is slicing apart. You can hear it in the distance, like a bomb going off. Just a... like a vacuum that's exploding. And it's very familiar to you. A sound that you have heard very recently. A flash goes through the window. And in the distance, on the mountain overlooking Gerunduk, you see a massive tower. As you look out the window, the whole group rushing to the window, looking out, you see a wizard, old, angry, far, far in the distance. He comes out on the balcony and looks. And our game comes to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we hope you enjoyed our live stream tonight. Excuse us, our technical difficulties. We're still learning. It's just the six of us with our audio consultant, and we're going to keep working to make this better. We're just normal gamers. We want to tell great stories for you. We will be streaming the first and third Saturdays of the month at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, God's willing. And we really hope that you will enjoy joining us on this adventure. Remember, change your role, change your fate. You are all seekers now. Woo, thank you, bye.
Close our eyes, the current sweeps right over us. Feel inside